Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Feed Stuns here. I kind of like, sometimes before I start streaming, right? Sometimes before I start streaming, sometimes I just like, I think about how am I gonna start the stream? What am I gonna say? What do I say when I start the stream? And most of the time I just wing it, like 90% of the time I just wing it. But those 10% of the times, bro, those are the special kind of 10% of the times, you know what I mean? Those are like where everything matters. So boys, drop a like, okay? Drop a like on the stream, boys. Welcome to the stream. Scoots, welcome Pax, welcome Sobik, welcome Mitchell, welcome Buzzing. Welcome boys to the stream. Drop a like on the stream, boys. Drop a like on the stream, okay? Let's get some likes going. And let's get right into this, okay? Let's get right into this right now. Sadly, I won't be able to play. How come, bro? What happened, dude? What happened, man? Hello, World Wide Web. Hello, dude. More specifically, YouTube.com, okay? More specifically, YouTube.com. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I started the stream, or I guess I scheduled the stream a bit late because of two reasons, okay? Reason number one, I didn't know what to stream. So I had to think about what I wanted to stream before I scheduled it. And the second reason is that I was making a YouTube short that was supposed to come out today, but I procrastinated the whole day. I'm not really proud of, you know, the progress I made today in terms of like editing. I didn't edit any of the 100 days video coming out soon, and by soon I mean like what, 3 months. I didn't like I made like maybe like 40% of the YouTube short that was supposed to come out today. I was just watching a Kanye documentary that came out recently. Some guy uploaded the full documentary from, like, he was recording in the cinema, and he was watching it in the cinema, and he was like recording the screen, and I just watched the whole thing because like that's gonna be taken down soon, so I might as well watch it. And it was kind of like low-key ass, bro. Like the documentary was kind of boring, low-key. It didn't really show any insight into Kanye's mind like I wanted to see. So, you know, it just kind of just showed, like, just a mental breakdown of him, you know what I mean? It wasn't really, like, a fun watch. He just kind of, like, started, like, the whole thing was just, like, random clips of him, like, just, like, bursting out in rage. It was kind of weird. Let me invite you, Mitchell. Let me invite you right now. I got you, dude. Welcome to the stream, Cub Duck. Hello. MySpace on top, on tip. I mean on tip 2, bro, on tip 2. But yeah, what I want to do this stream, boys, is I want to work on some roads. That's why I haven't really been building stuff in this world, is because I haven't had the roads built to you know, continue building. So, you know, I wanna get some roads built and then actually continue building actual buildings. And bye. See you later, Cub Duck. See you later. Using DualSense touchpad to navigate the menus feels satisfying. It is fun, right, to just go like this, to just like rub. Oh god, I almost kicked you. Jeez. Hi, Fuse. What's going on? 8-bit. Hello, dude. Welcome to the stream. How's it going, 8-bit? That was a quick visit. It always is, bro. It always is. You know, she's in and she's out. You know, that's what she said. But yeah, welcome to the stream, 8-bit. How's it going, dude? How's it going? Also, boys, is music too loud, too quiet? Let me know. Is music too loud, too quiet? While somebody hopefully answers that, I'm gonna actually just place some wood under here so that, you know, the powder can actually be placed without falling. How much Yeezy coin? Wait, Omniville, did you watch the new Kanye documentary? Let me know. Let me know. I think it's called like Under Whose Name or something like that. Under the Name of Who. The music's fine. Thank you, bro. Bro, what? What happened? Well, now I'm a moderator in the server. Frick, I mean, I don't think you'll do anything too bad, right? But yeah, Omniville, did you watch it, bro? Did you watch the documentary? There's a whole, like, bro, somebody uploaded a whole documentary on YouTube. I don't know if it's still up, but like, there's a whole 2-hour video. Yeah, bro, I watched the whole thing, bro. I'm glad you saw it too. Not yet. Oh wait, you didn't see it. Okay. I'm just gonna let you know, Omniville, like, it's not that interesting at all. Like, there's like 4 or 5 moments where, like, you know, Kanye bursts out with rage. You know, he just, like, he gets angry, he starts, like, throwing tantrums. That's, like, the only part that's interesting. It doesn't actually show you inside his mind what he's thinking, right? It just shows kind of, like, his mental, like, breakdowns and, like, how much the bipolar is kind of affecting him. That's pretty much all it shows, bro. My PS3 equals jet engine. Really, bro? I think the only way to fix it, bro, is getting it cleaned out. That's what worked for me anyway. Okay, I know if it will work for you, but yeah. That's what worked for me. I got it cleaned out. That was back in June, bro. I was like, what? September, August. Oh yeah, July, June. That was almost 3 months ago. Almost 4 months ago. I'm chill, don't worry. Are you sure you're chill? Can I trust you with mods? I'm playing VR chat right now, and the VTuber model is still in the works. I just need to know if you want it to be like skip tutorials. Wait, what? Are you making me a VTuber model? What? Since when? Are you or no? I don't know. June, 3 months, that's crazy. Yeah, bro, June was 3 months ago, would you believe? Almost 4 months ago. I think I'm the only trustworthy. Wait, I'm totally trustworthy with mod. Are you sure, bro? Are you sure? Are you sure, man? VTuber sons. I don't know, bro. I think you gotta be a woman to actually succeed with a VTuber model, right? What do you guys think? I think that's the only way to succeed if you are a VTuber, is like, you know, you have to be a woman, you know? There's VTubers out there that make thousands of dollars every day, bro. In streaming. And it's like, man, I want a piece of that pie. I will have that piece of the pie, but without being a VTuber, okay? I will get to where I want to be on YouTube at some point, you know? Like, boys, the thing is, right? This goes for not just YouTube. This goes for anything, right? There's literally zero way of failing something if you don't give up. If you don't stop doing something, there's literally no way of failing. You literally cannot fail if you continue to do something, right? So that's why I am so consistent in streaming. That's why I try to, you know, work on these 100 days videos so much. That's why I try to put all my effort into YouTube, is because, you know, all of this effort that I'm putting in will work out someday, right? Because I continue to try. Woman or femboy? I mean, that's true, yeah. Or if you're a femboy, like, and I think, you know, I'm none of those, right? But also, what's going on, Game X, and welcome to the stream. Maldcraft. Wait, I don't know what your name is. Is it Madecraft or Mald? Because, like, chat is, like, really small on my monitor, so I don't know. I can't wait. I feel kind of stuck in this SP. To be honest, I don't know what to do. What do you want to do, though? I know you just said you don't know what you want to do, but what do you want to do? Like, just think. What, like, you have infinite possibilities, bro. This is more advanced than the PS3 SMP, okay? People gotta like the stream. Boys, drop a like in the stream, please, okay? Boys, drop a like in the stream, please, if you want to see me succeed on YouTube. Yo, let me join. What's your PSN, bro? What's your PSN? I'm trying to see right here. It's an L, so yeah, you are correct, and you pronounced it right, unlike other people. Thank you, bro. I just want to make sure, you know? I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Now, where do I make this road continue? Do I make a turn, or do I make it go straight forward and potentially? No, it won't go into Avery's house, so we're okay. Like 3 more updates than PS3. So much potential. Actually, it's only 1 update past PS3, okay? And it's a big update. It's the Village and Pillage update, okay? So, frick you, dude. Okay. It goes Aquatic update, Village and Pillage update, Buzzy Bees update, the Nether update, and then, you know, the rest is kind of trash. Its world is like 9 times bigger though. That's true. This world is on large, so yeah. It's Slicebox. Do I have you friended, bro? I don't know. Do I have you friended? Oh, I do. Okay. I just invited you, bro. I just invited you right there. Welcome to the game when you do join. But what's going on? Maldcraft. Hello, dude. 1.18 was pretty good though. It's debatable. It is definitely debatable. Okay, it can be debated. You can be large. I mean, anybody can be large if they eat enough. You know, like that's proof. You know who showed me proof that like if they eat enough, they'll be big? Your mother, buddy. Your mother showed me that. Okay, your mama showed me that if you eat enough, you'll be big. Big and fat. You know, your mother showed me that. 1.18 was a good update, dude. What was 1.18? Oh my god, what is with this thunder? Welcome to the stream, Max B, and welcome to the stream, MCB as well. What if your walls started melting? I'd be like, oh, what the? You know? I'd be like, oh my god. I'd be trying to like wake myself up probably. What about you, Cup Duck? But what was 1.18? 1.17 and on was just caves and cliffs, like per 6 and 7. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what like it's not a good excuse for an update, you know? It was, remember when they said it was all supposed to be 1 or 2 updates? Yeah. Like, come on, Mojang. Multi-billion-dollar company. Okay, sure. Or at least backed by 1 point. Okay, thank you, SV. 29 months!
MCB Charlie MCB has become a member.
Thank you, MCB, for the 29 months, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Wholly employed. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Thank you, MCB, for the 29 months, bro. So, how long is that, bro? That's 2 years and 4 months. That's £29. That's £29 that you spent. What's 70% of £29? What is 70% of 29? 1.17 was most new blocks. 1.18 was actual world generation. Oh my god. I mean, like, who actually cares? So, like, bro, 1.18 was ass. Okay, let's be honest. Everything past the Nether update was just kind of boring. Okay. Mino Ablo Mats. Are you sure? Wait, how can it be for 3 years if pregnancy only lasts 9 months? What are you talking about right now? Feed rage baiting. Okay, so me expressing my opinion is rage bait now. Okay, buddy, I see how it is. If me expressing my actual opinion is rage bait to you, then you need to actually get checked out, bro. Honestly, servers city gonna be done in never 100%. I mean, no city is ever done though, right? Even real life cities, no city is ever done, especially nowadays with like population. Oh, legacy is way better than Bedrock. Changed my mind. Okay, Charlie Kirk. Bah, bah, bah. I know it was only one shot, but you know. Had to make sure. Unpopular opinion, baiting the rage. Who's up baiting their rage right now? Let me know. Who's up baiting their rage? Let's be real, the new caves are so much better than the old caves. I have to disagree, bro. I don't know. It's not even nostalgia, bro. It's just like the fact that the old caves are just way easier to explore. I think that's why. You know, I'm not the greatest at the game, okay, as you guys probably know. I'm not the greatest at the game, but I think, you know, I like simplicity, okay? Hello, Slicebox. Hello, dude. Can I call you and talk to the stream? What do you mean? You want to talk to the stream? I can join your party for like 2 seconds, bro, if you want to say like one thing to the stream. I can do that, bro, if you want. Because like I can't connect my headphones to my PlayStation, because then the stream won't hear your voice, but then I will, so it's kind of weird. So like if I join a party on PlayStation, your audio will come out of my monitors and my whole house will probably hear. So you know, if you say something terrible, then they're gonna hear. I don't know why I'm telling you this, just in case, you know, you'd say something crazy, but, you know. What's going on, Kylan? Welcome, Fork, as well. Welcome to the stream. When is the next time you can play modern beta? I was gonna do it today, but I don't know. I kind of just changed my mind last second. So I will do it probably tomorrow. I'll probably stream some modern beta tomorrow. I'll try to find some sand or gravel, and the only sand I'm finding is soul sand. I get that, but in terms of resources, those big ass caves are so much better. Yeah, I mean, you can find a lot of like iron and coal and stuff like that, of course. But then again, bro, like, I don't know. Ooh, baby. Charlie Kirk has a pain in his neck. He does, bro. He does. Oh, my neck. Ah. But yeah, what's going on, Colin? Hello, dude. I'm calling. Okay, boys. Chat, should I accept this call, boys? Let me know. Should I accept the PlayStation call? Type 1 if I should. Type 2 if I should not, okay? Again, my whole house is probably going to hear, so... You know, if you said something crazy. No more lemon or no more lime. Lemon lovers are nods. What the hell what are you saying right now? Yeah. 1, 2, 1. Risky. John Pork is calling. Okay. Oh, God. Alright, Slicebox. I'm gonna leave if you say something crazy, bro. I'm only gonna join for a second, but, you know. I'm gonna unmute my mic and we're gonna join, okay? Oh, God. Here we go. Yo, what's going on, Slicebox?
How are you?
Oh, it's coming out of my controller. I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually talking on a live stream, so.
Hell yeah, dude. What's one message you wanna tell people in life?
Well. Okay, this is actually kind of difficult. You'll never get your way. Like, sometimes you just gotta deal with it, you know?
It's good advice, bro. Thank you.
Problem.
And before I go, bro... Huh?
This is a nice world.
Thank you, bro. Before I leave the party, okay? The one bit of advice I want to tell you, okay, is, if you constantly hang around people who act like you aren't who you are, then you will forget who you are.
Yep, exactly.
There we go.
Exactly. But, stream, hope you're having a good day, and I hope you're having a good day, and bye. See ya.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Wait, what? Wait, it had the text right there. Wait, it had the text of everything he said in the party? What the heck? Have you guys ever seen that before? Charlie Kirk versus... Oh my god, dude. Jesus, man. Oh my god. Buzzing. My gosh, dude. See, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I joined the party, I was like, oh man, he's gonna say some, like... He's probably gonna say, like, that harder. I gotta, like, leave instantly, bro. But no, that was a very nice interaction. Very wholesome Reddit Keanu Chungus 100 interaction right there. So yeah, I will jump out my window. I'm at the bottom floor, and there is a fire. That sounds like 9/11 to me, buddy. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, did you guys hear about Charlie Kirk Day is gonna be a thing, or they're trying to make it a thing? What do you guys think about that? Charlie Kirk Day. Who's gonna celebrate? Let me know. Who's celebrating with me? Bro, Insta Reels are way better than TikToks. What the frick do you even do on TikTok? On Instagram, you can do many more things. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? Charlie Kirk Day? Yeah, bro, it's gonna be a thing. Epic. Oh yeah, bro. Thank you for the kind interaction, bro. I didn't think it was gonna be a good interaction, but yeah, there we go. The David situation. I did, bro. I did. He predicted his own demise. Okay, I guess, you know, not his own. You know, the girl. Although, like, bro. Terrible situation, by the way. Terrible. Like, the girl was so young, she was groomed and then murdered. Like, what the hell? Jesus, dude. This guy's a monster. Lock him up for life. Lock him up for life, bro. On my Wii U, I played Minecraft and did a challenge of living in a cave for eternity. And then I got 2 villagers. Nice, bro. Is that like a pure survival world? Or no? Also, does Wii U have vibrant visuals yet? Let me know. Did we give the queen a day when she died? I mean, like, there's so many, like, why are they giving Charlie Kirk a day, though? Like, bro, I'm sorry, but the day Joe Rogan dies, I wanted a day for him, okay? I wanted a national day for him. Wasn't Charlie Kirk, like, really racist and homophobic? Yeah, bro, and he said that it was worth people dying for him to keep his Second Amendment, so, you know, just a terrible person all around. So he basically tried to justify school shootings. So, you know, clearly not a good guy. Where's the gravel? Give me the gravel. Give me the cheeseburger. Oh my, where's the gravel? Where's the gravel? He also said should have the baby. Yeah, bro, like, just clearly not a good guy. Hopefully I don't get fired for saying that. I mean, I don't live in America, so I think we're good, but you know. if I get like, you know, in trouble for expressing my opinion, then so be it, bro. I don't care. I think it's more important to, I think bravery is more important than thought. Yeah, I think bravery is more important than thought. Feeling is more important than perception, I think. Especially with all of this like stuff going on with Charlie Kirk and like people getting fired for like expressing their opinion. I think what I said really does hold some weight. Where's the Nether portal? So Instagram is better because you can say the black man word. I mean, is that why you think it's better? Because you can say the N word? Okay, I guess. I don't know. If you don't mind, I'm gonna look at people's houses. I'm not gonna take anything though. All good, dude. All good. Garlic is more important than loaded diapers, not the band. I mean, what do you mean not the band though? How can we be talking about loaded diapers and not be talking about the band? The only loaded diapers you should be talking about is the band. Right? Ah, here it is. Okay, so there's no gravel in the Nether. That's kind of weird. The Wii U doesn't have Bedrock. It only has a legendary version, aka console. That's true. That's true. That's true. Also, boys, drop a like in the stream. Okay, boys, drop a like in the stream, please. Why don't you like Charlie Kirk? I wasn't paying attention. I'd say just do your research, bro. And you'll find out that he's not a good person. People saying he died for free speech, yet choosing to silence people for speaking bad things about him. The hypocrisy. I know, bro. I know. Like, bro, you literally, like, there's so many things that, like, you just, like, how are we in a society where, like, there's a country that's known as the free country, but yet there's no such thing as free speech because of one person that died? How are you gonna call yourself a free country and then silence people and literally, threaten their way of living and threaten, like, there's people's, like, children that are starving out right now, right? There's people that are like currently homeless right now. There's people that lost their jobs, and there's people that have been doxxed because they simply express their opinion in a free country. Like, I'm sorry, but like, was Charlie Kirk Jewish? Because if he was, that would explain a lot, but I don't think he was. Send $1 gazillion to Israel. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Kirk done nothing but debate with college students and got shot. Bro shouldn't get a day just because he died. Exactly, bro. Like, it's just so stupid, man. Is that the feed? So what's going on, Hilo? I'm not gonna call you any new name, bro. I'm gonna continue calling you Hilo, okay? Because Hilo is a great name, bro. What's going on, Hilo? Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the stream. Why though? The Charlie Kirk supporters switch up after you mock him, after they mock so many people dying. Like, it's just like hypocrisy, bro. That's fair. But yeah, how's it going, Hilo? How's it going, dude? How's life? I think he spoke against Israel. So then why is he getting defended by America then? I feel like America obviously is owned by Jewish people, right? Because where is all the money coming from in America? It's coming from Hollywood. Who owns Hollywood? Jewish people, right? I feel like if he was Jewish, or if he was speaking good of the Jewish, then it would make sense why America is defending him. You know, no free speech when it comes to his death. But if he's speaking bad about, you know, Israeli, then what's going on? But not a monster. Yeah, but you should still be able to have free speech when it comes to his death, bro. It's playing Borderlands 4 at the moment. I saw you streaming it yesterday, right? Yesterday. So yeah, dude, it's actually a good game though. I didn't really like Borderlands 3. I like Borderlands 1 and 2, but I did not like 3. I didn't even bother with the what's it called? The other new one that came out like a year or two ago. Wonderland or something like that. Something Wonderland. United States of Israel. Why is he getting defended then if he spoke out against Israel? Why is he like? I don't get that. It's better than 3. I couldn't get into. Exactly, bro. Yeah, 3. I found it very hard to get into as well. The US should consider the act of an individual and not see it as a religious reason. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But like, I just don't get why. Like, I don't know, bro. Why is free speech like just not a thing anymore after his death? You know. I just don't get it. On the Charlie Kirk thing, indeed. If you could add only one update above 1.14 to every console version, what would you pick? I would choose 100%. I've said this before, but I'll say it again gladly. Okay, I would definitely choose the Nether update. The Nether update, bro, is like, imagine that on console, bro. Just so good, man. So good. It would I would play console every single day. I probably wouldn't even have any Bedrock SMPs if console edition had the Nether update. So yeah, I think the Nether update is the best update of all time. I was Charlie Kirk's first subscriber. Can't believe he passed away. I don't think you were, but nice, bro. Willy Bees would be the last of my list. Really, bro? You don't think the Nether update would be a good idea? Hilo, trust me, you won't get fired if you express your opinion out here. But what is your opinion on this situation of Charlie Kirk? Hopefully, you know, the US isn't spying on you. I mean, they definitely are, but like, you know, hopefully you don't get fired for expressing your opinion. Nether update on PS3 would blow the console up. Well, I'm mainly talking about like PS4 though. But yeah, PS3 would not be able to handle that, bro. I mean, PS3 can barely even handle the 1.13 update, so. I'm saying Buzzy Bees should be the last added. Why though? How come? Okay, where's the gravel? I need the gravel. Here it is. I was Feason's first subscriber. No, that was my mother, buddy. My mother was, okay? You were not. I know my first subscriber. It was my mom, okay? It was my mom. I sent you a reel about it. About Charlie Kirk. I'm guessing. Well, Hamoud, what do you think about it, bro? What do you think about the situation? More like Charlie Burp. That's true. Sure. Yeah, but what do you think about it, though? I hope your mom is having a good day. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hopefully she is. Okay, here we go. I don't like these sad songs. A recent time. Wait, I don't think your last message sent, bro. Because your last message was a recent time, and then there's like nothing beyond that. What's going, Boner? Bonerthon, hello, dude. Welcome to the stream. I like your name, bro. I like your name. I wasn't paying attention with the Charlie Kirk situation. I see. I mean, I know, bro. I think I'm not gonna cover the whole thing again, but you know, Boner is crazy. It's a good name. It didn't send down. Bro, the US is silencing you, bro. That's what it is. The US is silencing you right now as we speak, bro. We just saw it, boys. We literally just saw censorship in the chat right now. What the hell? What the heck? Censorship is going on YouTube right now. YouTube is actively censoring anything about Charlie Kirk in chat right now. I've been working on this map thing for so long. I've only reached 1920. What are you talking about? What map thing? Do you have ideas for survival challenges? Because I'm getting bored recently. What challenges have you tried? Have you tried speedrunning? Let me know. Is speedrunning a thing you have tried recently? That's it. I don't get it though. What do you mean? I need to okay, hold on. Can I log in on my thing? I want to log in on my OBS chat, because then I can actually see hidden comments. Huh. I don't know how to log in though. Yeah, I don't know. Did I send? It did. I try not to get too political. All I can say is the same people who are against violence are the same committing it. Name a time where a right tried to off a left. I feel like I feel like it's not about the right or the left, right? I don't think it's about the leftists or the rightists or like, you know, the MAGAs or the leftists. I don't think it's about any of that. I think at this point it's about censorship, it's about expressing opinion, and it's about actually having actual freedom of speech. This is like it's gone past the point of leftists and rightists, right? This was the guy that killed him was. It doesn't matter if he was a leftist or rightist, bro. He still killed a guy. I don't believe it was for political reasons. After what I researched, YouTube is owned by exactly, bro. Exactly. The juice box. Where they ask him if wait, a free country censoring free speech. I know. It's actually ridiculous. Also, I don't know why your chats aren't sending on my actual thing right now. On my OBS chat. It's kind of strange. I'm only seeing you on my thing. Oh, wait. Let me go to live chat. Ah, there we go. Okay, I see you right there. But I don't know why I can't see you on my OBS thing. Oh, now I can. Okay, there you go. I just fixed it. Can I borrow some stone? Regular stone? Sure, there should be some in the warehouses. So yeah. Wait, where they asked him, is that a human fetus? And he says he's sure, and it ends up being a dolphin fetus. What? I'm so confused. What does that even mean? Hamoud keeps sending me reels. Hamoud, why are you sending me reels, bro? You're turning out to be Wasabi. Bro, you know how many reels Wasabi sent me today? Like, at least 10. At least 10, bro. You haven't seen the clip? Nah, I don't think I have. But did you see the Ukrainian woman getting killed right in front of people on a bus? Shit was wild, and it's not getting talked about. Nothing is happening about it as big as Floyd. That's true. Surprisingly, very little media coverage on the Ukrainian woman who got stabbed in the neck and died. And again, I don't think that was a political thing. I think that was just a random murder. But it just shows that America is failing in its justice system, right? That guy had like so many like reasons he should have been locked up. So many reasons to be locked up. But yet he's allowed roam free. And guess what? Just happens to be on a bus and he kills a woman. It's just the American justice system is so broken, dude. It's so bad, man. He was let out 14 times. Like, that's just crazy, man. Oh yeah, you know, we'll let him walk free with the rest of society after he's locked up 14 times. Yeah, okay. I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen. The neck is a kill point. So many neck murders, bro. What's going on? And also, no American media is talking about, you know, the 120 American politician people going over to Israel as well. No one's talking about that. What's going on with that, you know? Very little media coverage on that. I wonder why. Have you noticed that a lot of the murders are in the neck? It's true. But it's like, it's the easiest way to kill somebody, right? On October 1st, boys. I'm not sure what's happening. America is a shitty third world country. It is, bro. It's falling apart. It's been falling apart for ages, but, you know. It's cause, bro, it's all because we keep like letting these old men, all these old ancient men run for president, bro. Why can't we just get a young president? What happened to that, you know? Because young people have the ideas. Old people don't have ideas anymore. Old people only have ancient ideas that don't work anymore. Young people are the ones that have ideas, right? All of us have ideas because we're the young people, right? If you're under the age of 40 years old, you have ideas. You have new good ideas probably in your brain. Old people don't, bro. They're wrapped up in their old ways and they never will change. Why do we keep voting and letting these old men with old ideas keep running the countries? It makes no sense, bro. Maybe it could be easy too. Not everybody has balls though. Not even every man has balls. How is the only good news I've heard this month is the fact that there's signs of life on Mars, and popular MMOs getting healthier. Mappa for president 2028. I think so, bro. Honestly, we need to get him for president, dude. Feed stuns 2028. I'm getting that cap, bro. I'm getting the cap that says feed stuns 2028. I'm running for president, okay? I'm running for president of America. 100%, bro. We need to challenge the media, okay? We need to challenge the media. That send? I don't think it did, bro. I don't see anything right here. It didn't send, bro. You got censored again. A lot of history people have suppressed new ideas to keep their power and status. Exactly, and that's why people are getting laid off their jobs. That's why people are getting fired, because governments don't like new ideas. They shut them down instantly, because if people thought of new ideas like the petrol, the plastic petrol idea, that guy's gonna get assassinated soon, because that's not bringing in the government money. Anything that threatens the government's money source at all, in the slightest, they will get assassinated. Cure for cancer, never coming out, because that affects the government's money. Anything, bro. Governments, people in power do not like new ideas. They will silence you as much as possible, dude. What does a black man on Christmas? Okay, thank you, George. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. I guess I don't know what to say to that. Okay, dude. The Nepal thing has to be a wake-up call for the world, Exactly. They had ideas, right? They had new ideas and they put it to use, and look at where they're at now. People in power hate ideas, bro. They hate it. Okay, let me put some sea lanterns in here. I still can't believe the David situation. I used to listen to his shit as well. It makes me feel sick. He's a vile man. He is. I don't know. I never listened to his music. You know what's funny? My sister actually went to 2 of his concerts before. So I don't know how she would feel. Probably not great, What country are you from? I'm from Ireland, bro. I'm from Ireland. So yeah. What about you, sir? What about you? I don't think I want our demographic running the government. I don't want someone who believes in 100 genders and let their kid grow up on iPads, be responsible for our government. Well, I feel like that's a very naive way of thinking, though. Not everybody in our demographic is like that, bro. Not everybody in our generation is a TikTok brain rotted, couch potato lunatic, right? I feel like most people that are like that that have the TikTok brain rot mindset kind of thing, unironically, I don't think they would even be bothered to run for president anyway. I feel like the only people that would actually run for president in our demographic are people with actual good ideas, people with determination, people that want to make the country better, people that have seen how past presidents have run the countries, and they see what kind of cruel things they've done, right? I don't think it's a bad thing for people that believe in 100 genders to run for president, especially when it comes to the fact that Donald Trump, for example, he's shutting down healthcare for cancer research in kids. I don't think it's a bad idea for people in our demographic that are determined enough to run for president. Because the only people that will run for president in our demographic are the people that are not TikTok brain rotted, the people that are not standing up for whatever kind of cruelties Donald Trump is doing right now. You know what I mean? But being a politician is kind of a square. It is, you know? It is. What's going on, Toga? Welcome to the stream, bro. Being a PDF and murderer, excuse. Our generation would at least do better than this, you know, old man. Exactly, bro. Like, we all thought, you know, Joe Biden was bad. But then, you know, Donald Trump came in and proved us all wrong, you know? Joe Biden wasn't even half as bad. Not even nearly. I think America is the greatest nation in the world. I think it's a very naive way of thinking, bro. I don't know. I think it's a very naive, old way of thinking. Especially nowadays, I don't know. I think the middle generation, the one above us, would be I don't know, bro. I feel like it. I don't know, bro. I just really. I have a feeling that our generation would be good. I feel like our generation would actually be good as presidents. Yeah. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. You know. I'm not gonna. You know. Again, I'm not. Kaman Joe. I'm not. You know. I'm not. Wasabi. I'm not gonna, like, you know, ban you guys for expressing any opinions in politics or religion. You know, I believe in free speech. You can say whatever when it comes to your political or religious opinion, and I will respect it. I'm not gonna ban you for having an opinion. This isn't like North Korea, you know. Yeah. What's going on, Kubduck? I don't know. I think a person who should go into politics should be a person who had to live life like a normal person, not some rich MF or someone who is born into wealth. Someone who connects with common. Of course, yeah. But who in recent times has that been? That's been Obama. I know Obama grew up in O Block. He can relate to, you know, being in the projects, if you will, right? He can relate to growing up in the projects. He can relate to people that are struggling to even live life wage to wage, right? Paycheck to paycheck. Some people, so like he can understand the pain that people go through when it comes to, like, even being on food stamps, right? Because he grew up in O Block. He grew up there. Donald Trump is the best president that America ever had. Without Trump, America would be filled with that wanted to destroy America and turn it into a third world country. I don't know. I feel like he's making a lot more bad decisions than he's making good decisions, right? He's making more terrible decisions that will actually hurt America in the long term than any good decisions that will actually help America in the long run. He's thinking of the short term success. What the most could cause cancer research? I'm saying, right? What has Trump done that makes you not believe in Trump? Bro, look at any decision he's made since he's become president and tell me that any decision right there has been a good decision. I get, not wanting people, immigrants in the country, of course, like illegal immigrants, of course. I think having illegal immigrants in the country is probably not a good idea. But like, you cannot tell me that ICE are a great group of people that only want the best for America, right? They're a disgusting group of people that don't care about anybody but themselves, right? And that's just the truth. Like, you cannot tell me that like MAGA is not a kind of cult. At least they're probably with due process and all that. Exactly, bro. Like, have you heard of like wait, let me get all this sound real quick though. I need to get as much sound as possible for this concrete that many dictatorships have. Exactly, yeah. So it's just not, I don't think it's a good idea. I like how the lighting looks in Legacy. It is pretty good, right? It is like, it's smooth, I feel like, right? I feel like it's pretty smooth. It'll probably just become worse and worse the longer they exist. Exactly. And then, Trump wants to run for a second term as well. I don't think he'll make it past the second term, but let's go with the sand though. I need to make like these roads last as long as possible. Also, I know it's done and dusted, but putting Elon in a government position was a dumb idea. Those didn't do anything. Going back to ICE for a second, right? Have you guys heard of like the process they go through? Like, they will send these people, right, to court, and they will like do a whole court system. But then every single time, it doesn't matter what you say, what kind of lawyers you have, it doesn't matter anything that you do, right? They will always send you back to wherever, right? Wherever Trump is sending people. Like, they will send you to court, making you think you have a chance, and then no, every single time, no, you'll never have a chance. No matter like where, no matter like when you go to court, or if you go to court or not, you'll always just be sent to that other place. Franklin Clinton for president 2020. Who the hell is that? Elon was in a government position. He was going to be. I swear some court cases were just being thrown out. Yeah, bro. Like, and then the ones that weren't, the ones that actually went through, people didn't stand a chance. Boys, drop a like. By the way, drop a like on the stream, okay? If you think Donald Trump is bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Bro, the world is like so like just fricked, man. The world is so fricked. We need a meteor to just hit Earth and just wipe us out. You know what I mean? We all need to wipe just to be extinct, okay? Humans just need to go extinct, honestly. Like, at this rate, it's just so bad, man. Most of the world is run by freaking idiots. Yeah, bro. Make us do like the dinosaurs. I mean, I wouldn't even mind, bro. I would not even mind if a meteor hit Earth and it just like, was guaranteed to, knock us all out. Hey, what the hell is this? Oh, it's a dinosaur. Oh, speaking of dinosaurs, huh? Strammer, for example, trying to protect the kids. Like, we have, bro, America literally has a felon pedophile rapist as a president, okay? What sense does that make, bro? What sense does that make? Is impeaching not a thing anymore? Is that just not a thing anymore? Like, America just like, where's their riots at, man? Where's their riots? The LA riots were such a failed riot, bro. Like, it was such a pathetic kind of thing. Like, what were they doing, man? If Americans actually cared about their country and they actually wanted to do something to change it, they would have actually done actual peaceful protests and riots, right? But the LA riots were so pathetic, man. They didn't do anything. Maybe just remove the US at this point. I think so, bro. I think so. But like, again, here's another thing, right? The media, if people were to peacefully protest against Donald Trump, the media would frame it as like terrorism. They'd be like, these people that are protesting against Donald Trump, they're terrorists. They only want war. This means war. Just like in Detroit Become Human. You know, you try to peacefully protest. People, you know, the media will always try to shape it in a negative light, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. How can you defend the country's politicians when they blocked the Epstein files being released? I don't care what side you align with, that's freaked out. Exactly, yeah. Literal, like, files that people need to know about, right? Like, it's just, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And people defend that shit. And then when you ask them why they defend it, they will, like, always try to deflect it, bro. They'll always, like, never actually answer the question. If you ever ask somebody why they're defending the Epstein files, they will never actually answer the question. They will try to answer any question but that. They will try to, like, dodge the question as hard as possible. You will never get an answer out of it. It's like pulling blood from a stone, bro. It will just never happen. The 13 colonies wouldn't have wanted this. Exactly, man. Exactly. Indirect answering. Exactly, yeah. Like, you will never get, like, an actual direct answer that makes sense. When you ask a person, why are you defending the Epstein files? Why don't you want them released? Are you a pedophile? Were you there? You know? Do you like little kids? And they'll be like, MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. You know, like, you'll never get an answer. You libtard. I hate when people do that. It's, bro, I'm just saying, it's all of MAGA, dude. It's all of MAGA. It's all just a cult, man. It really is. MAGA is just a cult. 67 mango. Mango. Brazilian mango. Now it's only 8:52. Boys, drop a like in the stream, okay, boys? Thank you. Thank you guys for the only 8 likes. How do you only have 8 likes? What's going on, bro? I think I fell off, guys. I think I fell off. Have you heard of the schlep situation? Of course, bro. Of course. And that's another thing, right? That's another thing. You ask people why they still play Roblox even after hearing the thing. And, you know, make sure you ask people that actually know about the situation. Because a lot of people that play Roblox don't actually know about the schlep situation. But when you ask those who know about, right, and they still play Roblox, like Wasabi, they never answer your question, bro. Like, I've asked Wasabi so many times why he still plays Roblox, even after the schlep situation, and he never answers. That's not to say, like, you know, you should never play Roblox, right? But I'm just saying, like, you know, maybe you should play a little bit less. Maybe, you know, don't buy Robux, you know? What's the first thing I see when I join back? A slur. What the hell? Where is the slur? The T word? Tough? I want to make this goddamn thing into a shopping mall. This whole area. Why do people... Wait, why do you still listen to Kanye even though he's Nazi? Well, he's not a Nazi, though. That's the thing. You're being brainwashed by the media, buddy. You're being brainwashed by the media. You, like... That... Literally what I just said, right? The media frames it as him just being a Nazi. But I don't think he is, bro. If you really, like... If you actually watch the interviews with Kanye... you will actually understand why he said so many of those things, right? Forget is a slur nowadays. It is, bro. You should not be saying it, sir. My friend still play Roblox, but it's because some games on there they like. Yeah, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't play Roblox anymore, but I'm just saying, like, maybe you shouldn't, like, buy Robux, you know? Maybe you shouldn't, like, give Roblox your money. Again, they lost what, like 16 billion? $12 billion or something like that since this schlep situation came out. $12 billion, bro. Like, maybe that's like only a small bit for Roblox, but like it's gotta hurt, bro. It's gotta hurt. Don't get your testicles chopped off. It will hurt. You know, people, I forgot what country it is, but there's a country in Africa that you know, chops off men's balls if they hear that they're gay. I forget what country it is, but there is a country in Africa that chops your balls off if they hear that you're gay. It's called, what's that called again? What's that procedure called? What's the procedure where you get your testicles oh no, I forget what it's called. Castration? Yes, that's it, castration. They will castrate you if they hear you're gay, which is crazy. How is that still a thing in the world? Of course you know, Charlie. Charlie, have you, SV, have you been through that, bro? Did you have that happen to you? Sup, yo, what's going, Ringmaster? What's going, broski? What's going, bro? Also, welcome back, Kilo. Welcome back, dude. I don't know, bro. I just... The world is just like, bro, the world is just so done for, man. Like, the only solution at this point is a meteor. Okay, that's the only solution to what's going on in the world right now is a meteor. There's no other solution, okay? We just need to all be wiped out and extinct. I'm waiting on that meteor, bro. You know, Americans tend to forget what Second Amendment is for. To defend themselves against tyrants, yet they don't use it against the right people. They use it against children, which are literally the most vulnerable, weakest of society, right? It's crazy. And like, it's like people rule out the possibility of mental health when that's literally all it is mental health. Especially when you're out there gunning down small, innocent, helpless, defenseless children, right? There's no other excuse for it other than you're just like not there in the head. Because if you were there in the head, you wouldn't do it, right? Which sounds obvious. It sounds like such an obvious thing, but so many people like rule out that idea. Like, oh no, it's not mental health. It's the fact that he's a rightist, you know, he's a liberal. That's all it is. No Republican would do this. No, it's just because he hasn't gotten the mental help that he needs, bro. Or they, I guess, because it could be a woman too. Africa has moved from the past, I guess. I guess that's true. Some of Africa. Or break that one peace treaty. Forgot what it's called, but it involved the Cold War. I'm not too sure. Second Amendment was originally for the government when the government tried to go against citizens. So would you say that the government is trying to remove the Second Amendment? I'm back from holiday, my god, what a long car journey. Where were you, bro? Where were you? Also, boys, drop a like on the stream, okay? Drop a like on the stream. Please, okay? Please. Let's get more new people in the stream, okay? I want to talk about this with some like a lot of people, you know? I think this is a very important topic that you would probably never be able to talk about in any other Minecraft chat, okay? And if you think you can, go into any Minecraft chat and try and talk about this. They'll be like, no, we don't talk about that here. Sorry. If you talk about it again, you'll be timed out or banned. Sorry. I hate it when people say I'm using my mental health as an excuse. Like, why would I use it as an excuse? It's true. Mutually assured destruction. Mad. That's what it was called. Why is that though? If the politicians now are actively voting for bad stuff, they should be the ones to use the Second Amendment on. Meat rides the government. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you know, anyone that's in power, you can't kill because they have the money, they have the backing. Wasn't Dorset just got back after 4-hour journey? Dorset, I don't even know where that is, bro. Certainly not in my chat. We talk about rainbows and gossip. Ugh, snooze fest, man. Oh my god, such a snooze fest. Jesus, man. Africa is a lot more modern than what some people think it is. Well, yeah, obviously Africa isn't all just like, you know, huts and villages, but like I'm just saying in their ways, bro. like if you are in any way, linked to LGBTQ, in a lot of African countries, you will be castrated, or at least like, what's the word? You'll get in some trouble. You'll be punished is the word. Bro, I'm not home. What's going on, corn dude? Dr. Wasabi, what was that message, bro? I didn't get to read it in time. Yeah, Kirk shouldn't have died because of that, for the schmucks in power. Another thing I wanted to add to the Kirk thing. Bro was not a politician. He couldn't make any rules. He just spoke his side. Well, yeah, of course. But I'm not, like, I don't think that deserves a whole day, though. He was just a random podcaster. That's all he was, bro. He wasn't anyone of importance. He wasn't anybody that was actually in power. He wasn't anybody that actually changed anything. He was literally just a podcaster. Like, let's just say, right, all of my streams were having this talk right here, right? A politically divisive talk, right? Let's just say every single stream was this, right? And I was, like, let's just say, 10 times bigger than I actually was, right? And I get shot and assassinated. I don't think I should have a day directed towards me, right? A whole national day of, the Feed Stuns Day to honor the day that he got shot and killed. Like, what? Come on, bro. Like, if I actually made a change or actually did something actually, like, important, maybe I should have a day. But Charlie Kirk did nothing of importance. I would have a day for me. Dr. Wasabi, that's because you're so, like, in your own way, bro. Feed nuts day, exactly, bro. Speaking of nuts, I got my nuts right here. Oh, shit. I got my nuts right here, bro. So, yeah. Very good, very nice. Oh my god, I forgot to... Oh, no. I forgot to send out this tax form. I was supposed to send it out today. There's a paper on my desk that I cannot show, I don't think. Here it is. And it's a tax form that I have to send to the bank. And I was supposed to do it today, but I completely forgot, bro. Fuck, dude. Fuck. It's closed tomorrow too. I don't know what to do. Completely forgot about that, bro. Even though I was on my desk all day today. Why do we have a month of being gay? Well, I feel like having a month for the LGBTQ is probably an important thing. It's like, we have a Black History Month, right? You could ask the same thing. Why do we have Black History Month? If you're gonna ask why we have a whole gay month, you don't pay taxes. You're literally a fetus. Okay, Dr. Wasabi. I don't think you're monetized at this point. I don't believe that you are actually monetized, because clearly you would know if you were monetized that you pay tax to the government of the US, right? Moron. The IRS has sent a paper to my house, dude. Alright, when is military month? Never, bro. I'm not saying it doesn't, like, it's not important that we don't have one, right? I'm saying that we should probably have, not even probably, right? We should have a Veterans Month. But I don't think it should overshadow any kind of, like, Black History Month, any kind of LGBTQ month. I don't think it should, in all reality, I don't think we should have months for anything. Right? If like, being gay, bisexual, lesbian, if being that is actually like a normal thing nowadays, which it is, okay, I believe, then why are we having a whole month for it, to celebrate it? Why, if like, do you guys go where I'm coming from right here? Like, if let's just say, I don't know. I'm having a hard time communicating my idea right now. I'm having a very hard time communicating my idea. I love cashew peanuts. Bro, cashews and, like, salt. Ooh, so good. Okay, so dedicating one single day to a man that inspired people and had a family is useless, but a whole month to people who are the other gender and change their pronouns is fine. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think we should have a month for things that are normal, right? Like having a different skin color, like being part of the LGBTQ. I don't think we should have months for that because it's normal, right? If that's the case, we should have walking celebration month where we all celebrate that we have 2 legs. Oh wait, some people don't have 2 legs. Okay. Like, do you guys get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm not really communicating this idea right now very well, but I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Like, I'm not media trained. I'm not studying that. I'm not trying to say the right thing. I'm just saying exactly what I feel right now. And obviously saying exactly what you feel might not come off the right way. And I know some of you guys will probably not agree with me right now, and that's fine, right? That's fine. I'm not gonna get angry at you guys for not agreeing, but I just want to make sure you guys understand what I'm saying before you disagree with me. You're like my 5th favorite person now for cashews. What? I like cashews too. Okay, I like cashews too. How's it going, Candy? Welcome to the stream, and also welcome to the stream, Anon. Hello, dude. 1 hour of politics. I think it's a very important topic, bro. I think it's a very important topic, especially for a lot of people in the stream who are young, right? A lot of you guys are young in here. I think it's a very important thing to talk about, especially when you are young. I consulted you on this. You're not a 50-year-old business owner. Okay, so Dr. Watanabe, are you saying that I don't pay taxes at all? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying I don't pay taxes at all? You're saying I pay 0 taxes. Is that what you're saying to me right now? Again, did we give the queen a day when she died? I'm saying like, right? Also, hello, Candy, welcome. I'm saying that we don't need a month for all these things, bro. Like, it just causes hate, bro. That's all it is, and that's why we haven't moved along in the world right now. That's why the world hasn't progressed in so long, is because we all move in hate, bro. If we all moved in love, bro, we would all like actually be progressing in the world, right? No, like, bro, all it takes is someone who's brave, who's like actually brave enough to actually stand up, right, against all the odds in this horrible world and just hug somebody, right? And then one by one, we can all solve this hatred in the world, right? We can solve, like, everything that's going on in the world. There would be no wars. There would be no like political kind of fights. There would be no like Nepal situation. There would be no Trump situation. There would be no Epstein files. There would be like not even the Epstein Island, because if we all moved in love, then that wouldn't have even happened. It's all like, bro, the world is all controlled by hate. That's why media shapes everything anybody does in hatred, is because that's how the world moves, bro. That's how people like get their way. That's how people like don't get their way. That's how people get killed. That's how people, like, bro, it's all just hate. The whole world is hate, bro. If we all moved in love, then we would actually have a whole, like, actually working world. That's my point. That's my point in all of this, right? In everything that we just talked about in the past hour. Also, welcome to the stream, Scottish Dog. But everything that we just talked about in the past hour, everything around that, right? If we just solved it with love, bro, nothing bad would be happening. We wouldn't even be having this talk. But the whole world is fueled by hatred. Everything anybody does is fueled with hatred. You can't solve that. People have opinions, and it's hard to change. I'm saying, I know, but I'm saying, like, there would be no like anything. There'd be no like hatred if everybody just like moved in love, bro. But nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. Did you change the member icon feed? I don't remember mine being blue. I think you've been a member for long enough to actually get that. So yeah, I think you can flex your membership. Show us how long you've been member. Also, Hilo, let me catch up with your comments right now. Instead of Republicans and Democrats, why can't they just have a president that makes laws, and then both parties vote for it? Would be good or not? I'm saying, right, that would be a good idea. But politicians are lying sacks of shits, and they don't actually do anything that they say they're gonna do. You're basically saying what Charlie Kirk was saying. He was doing that as well, so you could say he made an impact on younger lives. Well, I never listened to or watched Charlie Kirk, though. I didn't know who it was until he died. But what was he saying, though? How am I saying what he was saying? What was he saying? in that theory, we wouldn't have progressed this far. A lot of inventions came from hate, that being to better than someone else. That's true, but like I feel like there'd be like countless lives that would have been not ruined. And there's so many, like, bro, there's so many things, right, that we could have had that are so much better than what we do have. When it comes to things being made from hate, right? Like, yes, if World War I didn't happen, we probably wouldn't have phones right now. We'd probably be 50 years behind if World War I didn't happen, right? You have a point. But I'm saying there's so many bad things that, like, we could have prevented if we actually moved in love, bro. And not in hate. I'm doing very good. How come, bro? What's going on? No, never mind. Sorry about that, Scoot. He's basically for what? You're for the freedom to speak on things. Yeah, but I feel like every single person that is like Charlie Kirk, where they get an audience for their political opinions, they start to become extremists, right? And then they start saying like all these horrible things, like all these racist things, all these transphobic things, everything, because they become, and this is not conspiracy stuff, this is truth, they become controlled by the government, and that's just how that works, right? They get recognized by the government, they get recognized for the first time by the president, and then they like that attention from the president because the president is seen as this big, bad, cool guy, right, that has all the power. And then when you're getting the attention from someone who has all the power in your country where you live, you'll take that attention and you'll be like, okay, let me get some more by siding with this man who has all the power. And then money comes into perspective, right? Money comes into talk, and then we're all controlled by money, every single one of us. And then some people are more controlled by money than others. And it seems like those who have all the money, think of like Epstein, think of Donald Trump, think of Elon Musk, think of like anybody that had money, right? Anybody that had large amounts of money, they're not good people, bro. They're really not good people. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Is a big question. Religion is just people following the rambles of a schizo from thousands of years ago. But people find like solace and peacefulness in religion, though. And you could say the same thing about politics as well. But the difference between religion and politics is that religion is politics is a hobby for some people, right? Politics is like a hobby to millions of people around the world. Religion isn't really a hobby. It's kind of like more of a way of life, more of a way of living, especially when it comes to Christianity. And I feel like especially Muslims too. It's more of a spiritual way of living. But in a messed up way, we kind of needed the world wars, or we would probably not have the human rights laws and stuff we have to say. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I agree with that. There's nothing wrong with following religion. Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course. If I had a lot of money, I'd get titanium teeth and buy my way to political ladders. I'd get some nitrous from the dentist and then make my teeth into diamonds. Dude, literally politics goes against religion. Like everything religion expresses, politics is evil. Yeah, and also money is also evil as well. Religion and politics are evil. Because what are both controlled by? Both religion and politics are both controlled by money. Everything in this world is money, bro. And that's another thing. Money controls people in such ways where some people, millions and millions and maybe even billions of people in the world would do anything to get a little bit of money, right? Why do you think there's so many so many of these like clout chasers, right, where they're like going into stores and like annoying the shit out of like employees, or like making employees lives miserable, because they're in it for a quick cash grab, right? Why do you think there's so many like, famous people like Logan Paul, Kanye, Jake Paul making all these like cryptocurrencies that are scams? They will do anything, like ruin people's lives. And yes, maybe the people that invest in these cryptocurrencies like Hawk to a coin, right, deserve to be scammed, but like they ruin their lives, right? Some people invest in these like scams and they get their lives ruined. Like scammers, for example, in India, Nigeria, right? They are knowingly ruining like old people's lives, draining their bank account, but they're doing it for money. Money is the root of all evil, bro. Like money, any kind of evil is all for money. Any evil that you can show, any evil that you can think of, is because of money. All the deities pay to pray. Exactly, yeah. And then, like churches will, after church ceremonies, they'll go around with the whatever the bag is called for me, and they'll ask you to donate. And then if you don't donate, they'll look at you as if you're the devil, right? Is one evil I can think of, but not controlled by money. What is that though? What is that? That's only certain churches, to be honest. Not all of them do that. I feel like Christianity, though, in general, if you look at the history of Christianity, there's so many bad things that happened due to Christianity. Like, especially in Ireland, right? Ireland had a really, Ireland was controlled by the church back in, even all up until, the 1980s, right? Ireland was completely controlled by the church. And what happened with that, right? There was... the Catholics had control of the world. Everybody would trust in the Catholics, right? Because there was not there really wasn't many black people in Ireland. There wasn't many Muslim people, many Asian people. It was all just white people, right? In Ireland, especially, again, and this is just fact, all up until the 1980s. And then so everybody would trust in the Catholic churches, right? Which would control the world or the country. And then we stopped believing in it because we found out the fact that nuns and priests were killing children in the churches. They were putting the children that they grabbed from their mothers to work in the laundries, because these women had sex before marriage, and that was frowned upon when it comes to Catholics. So what the Catholics would do is they would take the children from their mothers. They would then send the mothers to the laundries. They would then take the children to churches and say, "Oh, we're educating the children." But what they were doing is they were murdering the children, putting every single one of the murdered children into a septic tank and leaving them there. And it became such a big thing where there was over 200 children found in each septic tank across the country in these churches. Over 200 dead children left in a septic tank across the whole country under the churches. And these killed children were not, their deaths weren't even marked down. They were these nuns and priests weren't even marking down the deaths of these children. They were they just killed them, and then just they weren't even a number to the priests. And that's when Ireland decided the fact that maybe we shouldn't let the Catholic Church be in control of our country, especially when they're pulling our children away from us and killing them, and then putting the mothers into laundry mats where they had to work until they died, right? And that wouldn't have happened if the Catholic Church wasn't in power. And it's just another way to show the fact that maybe not every religion, but especially Christianity, is evil, especially when it comes to, you know, history. And every single religion, whether you're going to believe it or not, every single religion has a terrible backstory in history, bro. Shout out to King Henry VIII for going against the Catholic Church and making a whole new sub-religion just so he could divorce his wife. Exactly, dude. They also did old boys. Exactly, yeah. Nurses did it too, bro. Nurses were pedophiles, and so were priests. Especially in Ireland, where I'm not saying this only happened in Ireland. That's not true. You know, it happened all across the world, but especially in Ireland, you know, nuns would be in control of schools even, and they would replace teachers, and they would be, you know, touching on the kids. And none of the kids would go home and tell their parents, because their parents either wouldn't believe it, or if the parents went up and talked to the nuns about it, the nuns would then, the next day you go into school, absolutely just like beat the shit out of you for, you know, exposing them. And they would probably also just kill your family. That's the kind of power that they had. So yeah. But yeah, people don't want to say that, like, you know, religion is evil, or, you know, people want to still say that, like, you know, religion will save us, God will save us, you know. You can believe in whatever you want. It doesn't bother me, but I'm saying, like, you can't deny the fact that, like, religion had some terrible times, bro. Especially when it came to children. Whether it be, you know, priests and their nuns, you know, touching on children, or, you know, children getting murdered and put in a septic tank, you know. And if you dare to speak out, your family would be murdered. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that needs to be said. We're still generalizing a whole group of what some people did. Well, I think it is a fact though that every religion had a terrible backstory. That's what I'm saying, is that every religion had a terrible history. That's not me even generalizing. That's just saying, like, it's like a fact where, like, you know, Germany had a terrible history. That's not generalizing Germany. That's just saying how it is. That's just saying the fact of, you know, they didn't have a good history. I'm not saying every priest or nun is out to, you know, touch kids. I'm just saying, like, you know, they were back, you know, in the 1900s, 1800s even. Okay, where's my light gray dye though? And if you think, like, I'm sorry, but like, if you think that's me generalizing like a whole group of people, I don't know, bro. I don't know what would be generalizing at that point. I don't think a lot of people realize that a good chunk of indigenous people still get oppressed to this day. Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people get oppressed to this day. Look at the women in Afghanistan. They have no say in anything they can do. They have no say in their role in society. They have no say in what they can wear, in what they can say, in what they can even do. And now, you know, even just the typical American is being oppressed. Everybody, like, bro, people don't realize the fact that the world is going into a kind of system that North Korea has, where if you say the wrong thing, bro, you will be punished to the most extent that they can punish you. People don't realize the fact that, like, we're going into that kind of society soon. You know, maybe not now, but in the next 20, 25 years, there's going to be no such thing as free speech in any country. There's going to be no such thing as speaking your mind. There's going to be no such thing as a good president. There's going to be no such thing as, like, actual, you know, private anywhere. Like, you're not going to be like safe. You're not going to have privacy in your own home. I mean, that's happening right now, by the way. Like, if you have, you know, a Ring doorbell, that's just another way of the government to spy on you. any kind of like security camera that you have in your house or outside your house or that you have in general, like any webcam even that you have, that, you know, the government definitely has access to that, right? Now, if you have a cover on yours like I do, you might be safe, but like who say that there's like, you know, the mic doesn't turn off? I can't take achievement hunting anymore. It's pushing me to my limits. What's going on, bro? It's true, but go to someone and say their religion is evil isn't good. Some don't know what happened. I feel like if you are part of a religion, you probably should do your research on what happened. Especially, you know, I don't know. I think, again, I'm just saying my opinion. So feel free to disagree. But then there will be a Nepal-like revolution, but the whole thing slowly builds up again until another revolution and keeps going. Exactly, but that will keep on going until we actually get a person that cares, right? No one cares anymore, bro. Why do you think like so many countries like stopped, or like not even just stopped, like they don't bother trying to protest, right? Whether it's peacefully or violently. No one tries to, you know, especially in America, nobody tries to protest anymore because no one really cares anymore. We stopped caring about global warming. Nobody cares anymore. Like, if something is dragged on too much and it's like something to the point where like you have to cut off something that you like to make it stop, people aren't gonna be willing to try and stop that. Like, for example, global warming. People aren't gonna, you know, stop, you know, turning on their lights. People aren't gonna stop wasting water. People aren't gonna stop, you know, using campfires or like, you know, fires in their house to keep their house warm. Some people don't have a choice. You know, some people don't have a choice. That's a bit far stretched. You don't think the government has access to like any webcams, bro? You really don't think so? The government has access to anything you do, bro. They have access to everything, dude. And that's not even conspiracy. That's just fact. Europe, right? The European Union wants to have access to everybody's text messages. Everybody's in Europe. And nobody's saying anything. Nobody's doing anything because nobody cares. Nobody cares about privacy when privacy wasn't a thing in the first place. Privacy stopped being a thing once the internet was made. Like, people don't. I feel like a lot of people don't realize the fact that Europe wants to see your text. Every single one of your texts they want to look over, and then if you send, you know, God forbid you send like a risky text, a funny joking text to your boys group chat, they're gonna investigate that and they're gonna look at it and they're gonna, like, whether they do something about it or not, it's just the fact that like they want to see your text. And that's not even the scariest part, right? The fact that you have no privacy anymore if that law gets passed, right? The fact that you have no privacy anymore and they'll see your text messages, that's not even scary part. The scary part is the fact that these text messages, if it goes true, and if they can see your text messages, there's gonna be a big data leak. Whether you believe me or not, whether you want to agree with me or not, there's gonna be a big data leak where everybody's text messages gets leaked and, you know, posted online. And that those texts can either be funny texts or texts of your medical history, your medical information, your address, screenshots of your house, screenshots of people you know, your family, your ID, everything, bro. Like, it's all fun and games until you're the person that's getting, you know, harassed because your information got leaked. It's always, it will never be me, okay? It will never be me until it is you, okay? That's why you should never give, you know, YouTube your ID. With this whole, like, you know, ID verification thing, it doesn't seem to be hitting as hard as people thought. But if you wanted to watch a piece of content and you were determined to watch it and you give YouTube your ID, there's gonna be a data leak soon, okay? There's probably gonna be a data leak at some point, whether it's now or in the next 20 years, and your ID, your whole information is going to be leaked for people to sell, for people to copy and use your ID against you. there's infinite possibilities, bro, and like you just shouldn't give any information. Give as little information as possible to the government. And that might be ironic from coming from me, who has given YouTube all of my information to become monetized, right? That's what you have to do to become monetized. You have to give them your address, your first and last name, your tax information, your ID, everything, every kind of personal information you have to give to actually get monetized. And I don't know. Again, maybe that I gave YouTube that information for money, so I could earn money. There we go. Money's talking for me, okay? Europe is getting hit pretty hard. That's true. All right, what's your thoughts on porn being banned? That you have to submit ID to watch it. I think that's a good thing. I think personally, I think that's a good thing that porn is getting banned. I think the ID verification shouldn't have hit YouTube, Netflix, Spotify, Instagram, all of these things, right? I think it shouldn't have hit that, but it should have hit every single porn site you can think of. Pornhub, XXX videos, Hamster, X Hamster, right? Anything, any like adult video site that you can think of. Yes, ID needs to be verified to actually access that, right? Twitter, maybe I agree with that. Reddit, maybe because of that. But I think it is very, very, very important to protect children from porn. Okay, I think it is. I think it's extremely important. Because everything in the world already sexualizes children, right? Whether it's music aimed at children. I talked about this yesterday. Whether it's music aimed at children, whether it's Disney, content on Disney, whether it's TikTok, everything, advertisements, everything, right, is sexualized. And children are watching that, and then they're getting those ideas in their head before they can even make choices in their own life. It's horrible, bro. So yeah, I think these adult sites should ask for ID, and whether you want to give ID to their sites, that's up to you. But I think imagination beating is a good thing. Oh yeah, and your shit is already out there on the internet. Ever go to look up your parents? I looked up mine, and my great grandfather was listed. Bro has never used internet or phone in his life. There you go. See. But I think that's America though. I feel like America, like, boys, if you are American, okay, boys, if you are in the stream and you're also Omniville, I'll look at your message in a second. 1 second, bro. Boys, if you are American, okay, if you're American in the stream, please, I implore you, please go to White Pages, okay? I believe it's called White Pages, and get your name off there, bro. That's how people find your information. Please, boys, if you are American, okay, go to White Pages, okay, go to White Pages, I believe it's called. Go to White Pages and remove your name. It has your name, your address, your phone number, everything. If you pay taxes in America, your name is on there. The worst part is that the UK, they're using third-party sources that take and scan your ID, which is worse than government having it, because third-party sources are most likely... Wait, what? Oh yeah, more likely to have a data breach. Exactly, bro. Exactly, yes. Exactly. North Korea is such a bizarre place. Leaders treat it as gods. Red propaganda slogans next to huge empty roads surrounded by gray, lifeless buildings. Sounds like a book or a movie. Yeah, exactly. It's like a whole different like world, bro. Omniville, I'm not seeing your last message, bro. I'm not really seeing any message that you said. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see your message, bro. You said look my preview, please, but I don't see any message. I'm still looking right here. Could you repeat it? Omniville, I'm not seeing it right here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any message, dude. Still looking. I don't know. Forget it. Are you sure, bro? I'm trying to look for it. Yo, what's going on? The legendary Captain Werewolf guy. Oh my god, bro. How long has it been, bro? How long has it been? Porn is everywhere, except we're all going to become porn stars. Well, I don't know about becoming porn stars, but yeah, porn is everywhere, bro. Everything is sexualized nowadays. And if, again, I'm going to make this point again, right? When I went to the Blockbuster store when I was a kid, right? When Blockbuster stores were still a thing. When I went to a Blockbuster store as a kid, they had an adult section that was curtained off. There's a security camera in the corner. There's a person sitting there watching to make sure no kids went in. If you were a kid and you went in, you'd be told to leave immediately. You'd be blocked off from the area, and there would be no children allowed in, of course. But now that whole section, that whole adult section, is forced through TikTok. It's forced through music directed at children. It's forced through shows directed at children in Disney, DreamWorks, everything, bro. Everything. It's forced through news. It's forced through media. It's forced through games. It's forced through everything, bro. Everything is sexualized to a point where, children growing up and watching that are gonna be influenced by it before they can even make their own choices in their life. It's depressing, bro. It's a really, really depressing thing that we're going through in life, but nobody's gonna do anything about it because people don't even realize the fact that everything is sexualized now. Censor me then, but you can't censor me on a call with MCB. What? The government shouldn't be the ones controlling what we see. That's our parents' jobs. Exactly, yeah, that's why the YouTube verification thing was such a stupid decision. 3 years. Oh, wait, 3 years, bro? Jesus, man. How you been, bro? How you been? Werewolf, how you been, bro? Is this your first time seeing my face? I agree, it can become a bad addiction for some, but it's the parents' fault for not monitoring their kids or letting kids be on the internet in the first place. Well, look, bro. I'm gonna be honest, right? I had unrestricted access to the internet, from a very, very young age, and I'm not turning out to be a monster or a murderer, but I did see some material at a very, very young age that I shouldn't have seen, right? And that started like a really bad loop for me when I was younger. But I think having IDs for adult sites is a good idea. Having it for YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, Discord, Reddit, anything like this is a terrible, terrible idea. What are you working on, Feed? I'm currently working on flattening out this whole area because I want to put like a mall, because I'm working on a city. I'm making a city right now, as you can probably tell. And yeah, I want to put like a big mall right here. This is boring. That's fine, bro. That's fine, Candy. If you find it boring, that's okay. But I feel like a lot of people are interested in this. That's my argument for it. They're getting rid of sites that are for that reason, yet they won't do anything about social media showing it off. It's backwards. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? Is that everything is sexualized, bro. Everything is. But people don't realize it because they're probably too far gone in the government brainwash, bro. And that sounds schizo, but it's true. People seriously need to wake up. Yo, Dino, long time no see, bro. How's it going, Dino? Also, boys, drop a like in the stream, please, okay? Censoring Reddit is fine. Disgusting shit is on there. True. They can move to Discord and if they care about seeing CP. I mean, bro, if you care about being CP, first of all, you should go to jail, okay, for life. But also, you should go to Telegram. Telegram, I've heard, has a lot of that on there. And how do I know that? Because if you watch any Predator catches, you will know that, okay? But Threads is actually becoming bad with that too. Threads is getting a big problem with cyberpunk, if we want to say, right? Threads is having a huge issue with that, apparently. For me, all I see on Threads is rage bait, so I don't use it too much because it just gets me annoyed. Feed, put on elephant green screen effects on your green screen, please. Should I? Is that a good idea? Blue sky is nothing but corn. Drawn corn furries. Yeah, people say it's a better Twitter. One of my friends has that, but I've never actually asked her, like, I don't even know what, I actually don't even know what blue sky even is, bro. No idea what that even is. Because old men love sharing cyberpunk comments with others. Well, yeah, of course. And then people, some people buy it and they trade it around or whatever, which is just, it's a whole different, like, bro, CP is a whole different, like, argument, bro. genuinely like execute anyone that like is sharing it around, right? I made an account for first thing I saw was Pokemon R34. Blue Sky is just Twitter. Ah, I see. When did you move your face cam? Wait, did I? Oh yeah, yeah, it's here now. I moved it like a month ago now. Yeah, I was going Dino. You said you got a new iPad, or no, you got a new laptop. Is it good to kind of run Minecraft? What if I had a shop in the mall? I mean, you could if you want. I don't mind. The shop is hopefully the mall is gonna be big, you know. I don't have fireworks to show how big it is, but it's a huge area, as you can see. Huge flat area. You can get a shop here. Did my last one send? You said you made a account and you saw R34. Blue Sky, yeah, that was the last thing you said. What's going on, Brantley? Hello, dude. Yeah, very well. I got it for sale. Nice, bro. How much? So it's a good laptop, though. Yeah. There's a new video. What do you mean there's a new video? Feed new video? What are you talking about? New video of on? New video on what? Oh wait, new meme are you saying? I was like, bro, I thought you were talking about like my channel, like if you upload a new video. I was like, what? But you're talking about a meme, I'm guessing. I made a new video. Thank you, bro. I'm gonna check it out right now. It was a decent sized message. Yeah, I don't think it's sent, bro. Oh wait, are you talking about the people? The problem is people cannot think for themselves. They have an influencer tell them how to feel, or a group of people form their opinion. They can't formulate their own thought. That's true. That's true. And they trust the people who have money to, you know, give them ideas and how they should feel. But shouldn't be the way, bro. Shouldn't be the way. People need to have their own thoughts. Also, welcome back to the Discord, by the way. Werewolf, glad to see you, bro. Which sip is real? Okay, let's have a look. 1 second, boys.
Which sip is real? Look at this, buddy. Look at this. Look at this right here. 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 Intense sipping. Look at this right here.
Man, these are so funny, bro. These are so funny. Oh my god, bro, Jalvin, you are a genius, bro. Bro, these are so funny, man. Let me download that and post it right now, bro. Thank you, Jalvin, very much, bro. I appreciate it, dude. Man, those are like, bro, for the which scream is real, bro. I was like actually crying laughing at that, bro, when I first saw it. So funny. $250, a good deal for a very good running laptop. Well, what's the specs though? You should look at my house right now. I didn't put any effort. Where is it, bro? Oh wait, I guess I can see you on the map. Okay, let me check. Yeah, I don't know. Hilo, I agree with you on that though. People look at like, you know, whoever is rich, and they look at like interviews with them and they're like, yes, this person is correct. Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but don't let them like change your perspective on things. Prev, you said they're cyberpunk. Imagine Scoot, that would be insane. Well, your last message was cyberpunk. I'm kind of confused. Has Joe been active any? Not trying to poke at anything. Just the shit that was happening behind the scenes. He spoke out. He spoke about. Just hope everything all right in that case. To my knowledge, he hasn't said anything, bro. He's just, you know, posting shorts 3 times a week, and that's about it, bro. He hasn't come up. He hasn't like posted a member vlog. He hasn't talked about anything on the Discord. Nothing, dude. So yeah, dude. Nothing. No news. I've been censored. Not again. Not again. 475. Not bad, bro. Not bad at all. Bro, I think you gotta steal, bro. I think you gotta steal. Yeah, boys. I think we made a lot of progress in our discussions today. Okay. Wonder if he's playing Borderlands 4. Probably, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see if he's online. Let me look him up. I said who likes Kiss should be castrated and arrested. What? I'm so confused. What do you mean? Anyone who likes Kiss? I want to talk to you guys. I don't know. I might be ending. I might be. Katmanjo. I want to see if he has Borderlands 4. Which one is him though? Which one? Oh, 3 hours ago. Okay, this is definitely him. Let's see. Let's look at his games. Share Factory. No. Borderlands. Oh my God, there we go, bro. Played 3 hours ago. So when he was online 3 hours ago, he's playing it. Nice, dude. He already has 72 hours. He has a whole 3 days on there, dude. Oh my God, 3 days on there already. That's respect, bro. That's respect right there. Question for Feed: what is the most spoiled person you've ever seen? Most spoiled person I've ever seen. One of my cousins, he got, I'm not gonna say what he got, but he got something for his birthday, and he was extremely ungrateful for it, even though it costs, my grandparents a lot of money. I don't know if he's the most, spoiled person I know though, but it is a very spoiled thing to do, just like, you know what I'm saying? How did I end up in here? What the freak? What the freak? What was it? I don't know if I want to say, but it was something very, very good and very, very expensive. And he was like, no. Bro, I bought the Borderlands collection like a year ago and I haven't touched any of it. Bro, Borderlands 1 and 2 and pre-sequel is so good, dude. You need to play it right now. Very good house, bro. Very, very good house. I went to the blue one. It was something like that, yeah. It was something on the same kind of lines. Very good, bro. Very, very good. I like it. I meant kids. I see. I agree. Anyone that likes kids should be castrated, yes. If you're over the age of 18 and they're not your own kids, right? Obviously, let's not get it confused with, like, if you like kids and you happen to have kids that you like, then that's not weird, okay? If you're a parent and you like your own kids, that's not weird. But if you are a person over the age of 18 and you don't have kids and you like kids, there's something going on there that you need to be investigated for. Which one is real? What even is Borderlands? Bro, Borderlands is a good game, okay, that you need to play. Yeah, I will do. I own all of it, even the Tiny Tina games. Oh my God, bro, really, the Tiny Tina games? I don't know if that one's a good one, bro. I don't know if you can even get to platinum on that because it's just so boring. Hashtag reels, hashtag explore page, hashtag I don't know, bro. Nostalgia, hashtag eating Instagram. What's like a good hashtag for Instagram when it comes to eating? Hashtag foodstagram, food porn. Yep. Hashtag food porn. Sure, that's my kind of porn. Poll 6-7. Okay. Guess I have 31 million guns. He has allegedly 30 million guns. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised, bro. Okay, boys, if you have Instagram, please drop this new reel a like. Okay, boys, please, if you have Instagram, please like my new reel. What quote y'all live by? I live by the quote, oh God, I live by the quote, you gotta find the truth before you gotta get the truth before you get the love, or else you're just loving the lies, okay? Really think about that right now. That's the quote that I live by. Nostalgia, no, what? Yeah, hashtag nostalgia. It's hashtag reels, hashtag explore page, hashtag nostalgia, hashtag food porn, okay? Let me repost that, let me drop it a comment. I think 6-7. Sure. Boys, drop it a like, please. Okay, if you have Instagram, please drop my new reel a like. Okay, it would mean a lot. Let me vote on the poll, repost it, drop it a like. Awesome. Thank you, whoever dropped a like in a comment. Let me see. I'm gonna go by. Thank you, Fork, for joining, and don't forget to drop a like on your way out, please. Okay. Thank you, Hilo, for dropping a like and a comment. Okay. No, frick you, buzzing. You clearly want to see me fail. Okay, you want to see me fail. Yeah, that's my quote. Is you gotta get the truth before you can get the love, or else you're just loving the lies. I think that's a pretty tough quote. If there is a reason I'm still alive and everyone around me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. What does that mean? Let me know. I can't be bothered to think about it right now, because I'm thinking about another million things right now. Thank you, Jaja, Koba, Bob, and Mitchell, and Hilo, and everybody that's dropping a like on the thing. Drop it a repost. Why don't you? You know, come on, guys. It's free to drop a repost, right, guys? Come on, come on. At VM, Insta VM, at Faciam. What is that, bro? What the hell did I just read out? What the hell? What did I just read? Sounds awesome though. Sounds kind of inspiring. But if that funny man, right? If that funny man with the funny mustache, well, maybe it wasn't a funny man, but if that man with a certain mustache, right, was able to, you know, inspire people by shouting, this guy, like, you know, I'm not gonna say his name, Hitler. If he was able to just shout like ideas and people were like, yes, yes, they're like eating it up, then I should be able to shout and like people will eat it up too, right? Because shouting gets your point across way harder than, you know, whispering. Like, bro, imagine if, like, there's an inspirational speech, right? And, you know, the speech was, like, whispering. You can do anything you want. Like, it doesn't have the same amount of power as, you can do anything you want, right? I don't know. Just an example. What do you call a pig's dick? And so I feel like you would not be a good president, dude. In a bad spot. That's why he rose. That's true. That's true. And he already fought in World War One. So, Fee, do you have a smooth buttocks? No, I don't. Unfortunately, it's quite hairy. It's quite hairy. And when you when you can't make a reason to live, well then, I don't know. Well, maybe find a reason. Okay. He didn't just get his point across by shouting. Well, that's how he did it at first, though. That's how he did it at first, before all the concentration camps or whatever. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say the race of a doctor. He was a Jewish doctor. I'm guessing that was either a Hitler quote or a Kanye quote. It's definitely one of those. He just made sure people can concentrate in school. Of course, yeah. That was his main concern, was that the students got good grades. Miller, what am I reading? What the heck? You call it pick. MSV, leave, bro. Just leave the stream, dude. Like, leave the stream. MSV, right now. Leave the stream, dude. I can assure you, bro, nobody laughed, dude. Nobody, like, even smirked. Nobody even cracked a smile. There's no reason to live. You must make the reason. Exactly, bro. Like, you're born into the world without a reason, and you gotta find your reason, bro. Whether it's like having kids and looking after those kids, or, you know, getting married, getting a house, you know, having a job, making money, like whatever that, you know, reason you're living is for, go by that reason, bro. Whatever reason gives you purpose in life, keep on doing, you know, keep on living by that reason. All right, boys, I'm posting it on TikTok too right now. Okay, let's do which one is real. Boys, get your TikTok ready, okay? Hashtag for you page. Hashtag for you page viral. Hashtag for you page. And then we gotta do hashtag motivation, hashtag food. Okay, that's not a thing. Hashtag tea. There we go. Alright, boys, I'm just posting it right now. Talk the tick. Well, would it not be tick to talk? Who's ticking their talk right now? Let me know. Who's up ticking their talk? I cracked a big, enormous, loud laugh. So loud it could be heard by my deaf grandpa on exactly the other side of the world. Wow, dude. For some reason, I just don't believe it, dude. I don't know. Having a job isn't a reason unless you're working for yourself. I mean, bro, there's 8 billion people in the world, okay? I think some people just have a job to live, you know? Some people, like, as in, like, they find their way of life by working a job. It's not impossible, bro. Like, there's 8 billion people in the world. No feed. He seemed confident. He was proud and passionate about what he was saying. His gestures were big and enthusiastic. True. Until TikTok gets sold to an American company, I'm not getting it. Bro, come on, man. Why? TikTok, because last time I did, it gave me a virus. I had to get rid of all my apps. Bro, what? I think you're the only person in the world that downloaded evil TikTok, bro. You didn't just download TikTok, you downloaded evil TikTok. I'm back. Welcome back, Wasabi. Are you still gonna be a pussy about your, your political, religious opinions or no? Hi, what's going on? IYED? Hello, dude. Y'all lying. I'm saying, bro. I'm saying. Alright, let's comment on this. Which sip 7 was real? I'll start school tomorrow. How come, bro? How come only tomorrow? You should have started ages ago, dude. Dr. Sorry, I will still support you. I don't care what Feed says. Really, bro? You don't think? I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't support him, but I'm just saying, like, why is he being such a wuss about his political opinions? Why not just voice them, dude? What the hell? Sip 7? Yeah, bro, Sip 7. Which one is the real Sip 7? To have my channel be a haven from political lunatics and the troubles of the world. Escaping maxing. Whatever floats your boat, dude. Whatever floats your boat. The third one looks so real. Wait, did you watch the reel, bro? Did you watch the, like, TikTok reel thing? If so, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Sand. Like, okay, Wasabi. Like, okay, I just want to say this, right? My point is, like, that I'm not saying that you should constantly talk about religion or politics. I'm not saying that, right? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying you shouldn't be shutting down people that want to talk about it in your chat. But, you can run your live streams however way you want to run it. But I feel like at some point you're going to have to feel or understand the fact that you should voice your own opinion, Especially when the world is running into a situation now where you can't do that anymore, right? So you should do it as much as possible before that happens. That's what the pub is for. Not my stream book. Whatever. Why don't we all rise up? But, like, okay, Hilo, do you get what I'm saying, though? I watched on Instagram and I remembered that you stream today. Of course, yeah. Every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like, Hilo, do you get what I'm saying when it comes to Wasabi? I'm not saying you shouldn't support him. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Wasabi, of course, deserves all of the subscribers, views he gets, right? I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. He deserves it all. But I'm saying he shouldn't, like, hide from his own beliefs on stream. That's what live streams are for, bro. Is that they're raw. They're raw, they're not edited, they're your actual raw thoughts. Welcome to the stream, Avery. Welcome to the stream. Avery is a future OnlyFans model, if you guys don't know. He is gonna do an OnlyFans very soon. So yeah. No more goals. I know, dude. What do you guys do when y'all see a flying meatball heading towards you? I mean, I think you can speak on it, but you don't gotta go into depth to try and pull people on your side. Well, yeah, but that's not what I'm doing. First of all, that's not what I'm doing. But I'm saying, okay, what I'm trying to say, right, is, again, you can control your live stream however you want to control it. But if you're constantly like shutting down people that want to talk about politics or religion in your chat, it's gonna be a very boring chat. Like, what are you gonna talk about other than that? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, how's your day? Is that good? Good. My day is going good too. Did you see the new Minecraft news? Good. Cool. It's cool. It's a good update. Oh, did you see the new update on Minecraft? It's cool. I'm gonna work on this video next. That's all my streams used to be, bro. That's all my streams used to be. And you know, if you were there back in the day, in my streams, that's all we used to do was, oh, your day was good, cool. You know, your day is good, cool. My day was good too. I'm working on this new video. I'm sure all of you guys care how my day was going, and I definitely care about how your day is going too. Like, that's all it was, bro. But I'm not saying you should, you know, talk about it, but I'm saying you shouldn't shut down people for talking about it. Maybe you should, you know, talk about it a little bit in your streams. You shouldn't just shut down people for talking about something that maybe you don't like. I feel like it's about the people who the people are in your chat as well. What do you mean though? What do you mean? I'm not saying you're wrong, but I just want to know. Like, what do you mean? But you know, since I talked maybe unfavorably about Charlie Kirk's death, I'm probably going to be on the website where they dox people for talking bad about it, right? That's a whole website, by the way, boys. That's an actual website that people have made where they try and find, like, you know, streamers or YouTubers or people with, you know, a large following or some kind of following, and they see that, like, you know, you talk bad about his death, and guess what, your address, your phone number, all your family members are on that website now. That's an actual website. It's called like Charlie Kirk's Killers or whatever. I don't know. It's bad though. It's bad. Like, don't want to go into talking about touchy subjects with people who are just gonna flame and say you're wrong the entire time. But why though? Why not go into a political talk with those people? Like, yes, it's annoying. It's gonna be annoying, but like, why care about people that disagree with your opinion? You know? Yo, it's brick wall argument. I mean, I guess if like the whole live chat is people like that, if everybody watching is just a brick wall, then yes, sure. But not everybody is gonna be a brick wall to talk to. Like, the chances of your entire live chat becoming that is very, very small. Something I was not expecting for this month. How come, bro? How come? 100 views in 4 minutes. That's not good. Wait, what's not good? Are you saying the views in the minutes, or is not good, or like, what do you mean? Or are you saying the website is not good? Hive minds too. I think to actually get into a progressive political talk, you have to have a large following. You have to have like a lot of viewers to actually have like a progressive, interesting talk. when it comes to politics, right? Hey there, Feasons. Hello, Tall Grass. I think if you actually want to have an interesting, progressive talk on religion or politics, you need to have a lot of viewers and a lot of people that are willing to actually express their opinion on things too. And especially those who have opposing ideas, so then you can learn from that too, right? Like, I'm not saying that all of you guys should agree with me, because that's not the right way to go about things, right? The right way to go about things is expressing how you feel, expressing how you feel about your opinion, how your opinion might contrast to my opinion. Because when your opinion is different to my opinion and you express that, that's a good thing, because then I can, if my mind isn't just a brick wall and just focus on my one opinion, then that means that I can actually learn something from your opinion. Why are you playing PS4, PS3, whatever? In my opinion, I think PS4 is better because it runs better than PS3 and it has more features than PS3. So yeah. Why speak out about your opinion if you don't want to? But that's why I said people that want to. That's why you should have people in your chat that want to talk in the chat and express their opinion. That's what I said. And that's also why I said you need a big following and a lot of people in your chat to actually progress into a interesting talk in religion or politics. Because if you don't have a lot of people in your chat, it's either going to be people that feel like they have to agree with you or people that just don't want to talk about it in the chat, right? Whereas if you have a big audience, there's going to be a lot of people probably that want to talk about their opinions, people that want to talk about how they feel about what you're saying, people that want to say that they disagree with you. That's all I'm saying. Are you scared of getting a little less frames? PS3 is obviously the superior console and it's worth it. No, I'm not scared of getting a little bit less frames, but I just don't think playing on a system that has less frames and less features is worth my time right now. So yeah. That's just me though. If you think PS3 is superior, okay. Okay. The reason I'm not taking you seriously though, Tall Grass, is because I know what you're like, bro. I know you're like trying to rage bait or whatever. It's not really gonna work, but you know, sure, you can continue if you want. But I know what you're like, Tall Grass. I know what you're like, so I know you're trying to rage bait. It's a better console. Again, I know what you're like, dude. You're not gonna fool me. Bro, I need to shit, dude. I need to take a shit, bro. It's actually slipping out. I need to hold it in, bro. I need to like clench my cheeks right now so it doesn't slip out. Boys, do I continue streaming but like go for a shit real quick, or do I just end stream and then take a shit? I don't know. Better console maxes at 30 FPS 720p. Again, it's just rage bait, dude. That's all he's doing. Tallgrass is just a guy that just, his whole existence is rage bait. Clench your butt cheeks. I'm trying, dude. If I went to rage bait, I'd say you're short or something like that. PS3 is doing better. How is it better though? Please explain. Like, actually explain, bro. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'd like to know how is it better. Over feelings. Like, saying I'm short is not gonna rage bait me, dude. I'm not gonna fall for that. You saying I'm short is like, okay. Okay. I guess, I don't know. Charlie, you know a lot about clenching cheeks, especially earlier today. What the hell is going on? PS3 had heavy rain. Really? Well. So does PS4 and PS5. What's your point, dude? What's your point? PS4 and PS5 also has heavy rain. I don't get what your point is. Maybe PS3 had Beyond Two Souls. Does PS4 not have that as well? Bro, PS4 and PS5 has Detroit Become Human, bro. That's literally the greatest game of all time ever made. How is calling him short be a rage bait? That's the reality. Let's see right here. Does PS4 and PS5 have Beyond Two Souls? That's a good question. It does. Wow, it does have Beyond Two Souls. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so was okay. The only thing that you can get that PS3 had is free online, but that's it, pal. Don't forget about all the old CODs though. Come on. Don't forget, you know, about Black Ops 2. You can't get that on PS4, PS5. But like, Tall Grass, like, if that's your only point, then I know it's rage bait, okay? PS3 has free online, and you can get cracked games way easier. It has, wait, it was the times when games were actually optimized. But not everybody wants cracked games though. Not everybody's like willing to jailbreak their PS3 to get free games. So I don't think that's a very good point. I have every attempt, the light at the end of the tunnel gets closer. On your platinum, I'm guessing. Bro, I need to take a shit, dude. Holy smokes. Okay, boys, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, boys, I'm gonna be right back. I cannot hold it in anymore. Okay, not anymore. Let us play some music while I'm gone. Oh man, I need to piss too, bruh. Let's see right here. Let's see. Okay. Here we go, boys. We're gonna go with some 2009 type music, okay? 2009 music. Here we go, boys. 1 second. I'm gonna take a shit real quick, okay? Why was McCrafter banned on everything? He supports pedophiles. Did you even wipe? I don't wipe, dude. I let it crest. Let it crest. I don't even wash my hands. I just like lick my fingers. Bro didn't wipe. I don't wipe, bro. I don't wipe. Let it crest. It's the best way to go. If you're anywhere, PS3s are like $200 plus online. That can't be right, dude. Get out. CMO, are you still here, bro? Let me know. Is CMO still here? McCrafter's boyfriend? Get out. What did I do, bro? What did I do? I want to see if this is still like a thing. I don't know if this still works. I feel like there's like a light in here somewhere that there shouldn't be. What color did it come out? It came out brown. Nice and brown. Nice and healthy. No, there's no like light in here. So what the heck? What happened to McCrafter, you being for real? Yeah, bro, he said that anybody like, you know, gets groomed or whatever on Roblox, he said that they deserve it. Very, 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 very strange thing to say. So that's not even like a thing of like, you know, free speech, but like that's like as a joke. No, bro. This like, bro, McCrafter, he has a very big thing against younger people, like kids. Which I'm not saying he should love kids, but I'm saying he should you know not say, you know, that people, you know, kids deserve to be groomed. So yeah, McCrafter got banned, bro, because he also said some other like really weird stuff, like Down syndrome people have small titties or whatever. He's also just a creep to women in the community. He constantly, like, you know, comment on Scarlett's breasts. Isn't he a kid as well? He's the same age as me, and that's what makes it worse, because he also said that he would send MCB pictures of hot olders, which olders to him were you know, older women, milfs, you know. And MCB is only 15, and I'm sorry, but like, boys, if it came out right where like I was sending MCB pictures of, like, you know, hot olders, I think, you know, it would be understandable if you guys left my community and like called me a creep, because MCB is only 15, I'm 17. At the very least, it would be pretty strange for me to do that, right? Like when Scarlett said she would be leaving for a long time, he frantically asked people for OnlyFans. Yeah, like he asked for Scarlett's OnlyFans, but she doesn't have one, bro. She's like a 20-year-old woman that has an actual job. As those ugly ass textures and the dumb village update, that's why PS3 is better. Okay, bro. Cool, tall grass. If that's your opinion, cool, but I'm not gonna take it as an actual opinion though, because I know what you're like, bro. I know you're trying to rage bait or whatever, and that's okay. What is McCrafter lore? McCrafter joined the channel back when I was first recording my first ever 100 days video, which was 100 days in PS3. That was a year ago, almost 2 years ago, and that was his first time in the streams, and he liked it, so he stayed in the streams, and over time he got weirder and weirder, especially in 2025. That guy deserved it, and I'm really glad it was a catalyst in pointing out how mentally deranged he was and getting him kicked out. I think McCrafter has like some kind of like maybe mental thing, maybe like I don't even know what it would be, bro. It's just strange. Why are you taking me seriously? I know I'm your favorite viewer. I'm always so nice to you. Of course, bro, of course. The kids at school called me disabled. The olders called me disabled when I looked at their breasts. Like, that's literally something he would say. The olders at school didn't let me look at their breasts, so now I'm angry. I don't like olders anymore. And then, you know, next week he goes back to like, you know, I like olders only. Olders are my favorite. It's like, I don't know, bro. He definitely wasn't there mentally, okay? I don't know. Calling them olders is lame. I know, bro. Nuclear dumbass disease. Bro, he just wasn't. He just wasn't there mentally, okay? Like, there's definitely something there that was wrong with him. Like, you know, saying that like he would send MCB a 15-year-old hot olders, like pictures of hot olders, saying that like calling like little kids alpha boys. Like, his whole lingo just pissed me off so much, man. Oh, the alpha boys are so bad. Like, what are the alpha boys? Oh, they're just little kids. Okay, then why not just call them little kids? Why call them alpha boys? Oh, the olders in my school, they're so weird. Like, what are olders? Oh, they're milfs. It's like, what? Why not just say that then? Alpha boys deserve to be groomed. It's like, what the hell? And then he also said Down syndrome women have small melons. And I was like, what the hell? And he had this obsession with this girl called Gabriella, and his obsession wouldn't be with her, but it would be with her breasts, and that's what he would always call about. He would always talk about her melons, which melons to him were breasts. Such an absolute weirdo, dude. I don't know why I kept him in the community for so long. He's definitely a cringe lord. He's something, bro. Highsick's friend is mad at me because I'm watching you and I don't understand. I'd say block him, bro. Block him because Highsick and his whole friend group are just a toxic. Like, they're just a toxic garbage pile, bro. I don't know. Just toxic cringe lord. That's all they are, bro. I'd say block him, dude. Probably something Craft would talk about. Probably, bro. I remember him telling me once he got excluded from a class where I have people who I could be friends with because I'm a bit younger. And called disabled. Then I wouldn't create a new lingo. And then was like, no. Then I was like, no, Elio, you're the person who. I think, bro, I think he might have actually been like some kind of. Like, this is not me like making fun of him for being disabled, but I think he was probably a little bit disabled. Sometimes you get the weird. Yeah, but I don't know why I kept him in the community for so long. Like, I even went to like a voice chat with him on Discord like one time. And he seemed chill, I don't know. Scottish Dog, would you believe that like that voice chat stream was almost a year ago? Would you believe that, bro? It was in January 2025. He gets confused when we don't understand his lingo. Like, bro says some car license. That's another thing, bro. He'd always say like some kind of car bus license plate, and it was so weird, so strange. He was dickhead to me in VC and MP. But that I'm talking about like back in like January though. I don't know about when you were talking to him, but I'm talking about like back in January. He seemed chill. I go for olders is such a strange sentence. That's literally something he would always say is, I go for olders. I hate the alpha boys. I hate the alpha boys so much. It's like, okay. Okay, I guess. He kept getting weirder and weirder in my streams, especially when I was saying about how pedos are bad. And his response, I go for olders or something along. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, who cares, bro? Who asked about that? Who asked if you go for olders or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? That's not what we're talking about. That's when, like, Dark Hoodie in the belt ring, he braces having lingo. Yeah, bro, like, and it wasn't that, like, he just changed in a year. But, like, he talked more and more in his lingo the more he was in the streams. So like there's a point where he was constantly in the streams. I would never read out a message. He would be sending messages in the chat. I just stopped reading them because they're just like all in his lingo. And like it was just like a whole different language to me. Jam, like for example, Jam Fam. What the hell is that? To this day I still don't know what that is. What's Jam Fam? What's Alpha Boys? What's Olders? What's all these license plates? What's the bus you're talking about? What's Gabriella's melons? What is all this? You know? He needs to be investigated by either mental person or something. I don't know. If you gotta put I'm not a weirdo in your bio, then you're probably a weirdo. I understand having a tone to the way you speak / type, but that's some Reddit mod lingo. Yeah, bro. Oh, I'm gonna send you pictures of olders. You want to see pictures of hot olders? I like olders. I hate alpha boys. It's like, what the hell, dude? Ew! Leave! Give me the heebie-jeebies. He would say in my chat, Dennis. Yeah, another thing. That's bro. He had so much words, man. Dennis, there. Like, bro, Hilo. Like, for breasts, he would talk about melons, right? Alpha boys were little boys, right? Melons were breasts. Olders were like milfs, right? Dennis Dart would be penis. That's how you talk about his penis. Would be Dennis Dart. What the hell is Dennis Dart? What the hell? He'd always say, "What the Dennis?" Like, who's Dennis? Are we talking about Duke Dennis or what? Only friend? Yeah, like instead of saying OnlyFans, you say only friends. The hell? Dennis is uncle probably. Then his start, yeah. Probably his uncle. The way he would emphasize sex was disgusting. Bro, that's the thing though. That's the whole thing, was like he was like, he would always talk about something got to do with sex. The way we made a rule for it was always fun to me. Yeah, bro. Devil's Tango was another one. Older's Lettuce was like weed. Whenever you talk about weed, he would say Older's Lettuce. Oh man. No, yeah. He wouldn't say Devil's Lettuce, which is common, right? He would say Older's Lettuce. I don't think he said Devil's Tango though. I think he said Older's Tango. Did he not? Oh my, bro. Another thing. I think I have screenshots of this actually. Let me check. I have screenshots of every single time I'd end the stream and he was in it, right? I had to time him out so much. Every single time I ended the stream, right, that he was in, he would spam the chat every single time, saying, bro's doing the olders beatings. He would spam it. He's saying, bro doing the olders beatings. Basically saying that I'm jacking off whenever I end stream. Talk about projecting, buddy. Like, what the hell? I have to time him out every single time. Every single time I ended the stream, he would always, like, accuse me of jacking off. With, like, saying olders beatings. And it would be when everybody leaves the streams. He would say in the chat, in my chat, whenever I went to say anything, hey bro, wants to older lad. Yeah, bro, like it's just, he just over said everything. Like it was funny at first, I guess, maybe. Like when you're saying it over and over again, it's like, come on, bro. Like McCrafter needs help, bro. He needs mental, actual help. Bro's trying to invent nothing. I'm saying, like, it just makes no sense, and it's just cringe. Like olders, alpha boys, constantly saying how much you hate alpha boys. Like, okay, if you're constantly saying how much you hate children, it's like, okay, bro, like we get it, dude. McCrafter's a weirdo. He shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. I don't think he shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. I think he just shouldn't be allowed to type in the YouTube chat. How's it going, JD Visor? Welcome to the stream, bro. How's it going, dude? Welcome, JD Visor. The guys at school were the main characters in the guy's life. Yeah, bro, the guys at school. The fact that he's apparently 17 too doing that. Like, bro, you'd never see me, like, doing that, though. That's why I think he has something, like, underlying mentally. Because I would never do that, bro. I think any... Scottish Dog, would you do that? Let me know. You're also 17, right? Would you do that? Probably not. That's why I think there's something probably mentally there. Subconsciously knew about his existence. Yeah, bro. Like, I don't think they even knew who he was. I think it was all just made up in his head, man. I don't know. Didn't he call his crush Gia too? Oh man, no way. Yeah, that's one I remember seeing Gia around in chat. He's so schizo. I think that's what it was, bro. He might have just been schizophrenic. I don't know. Again, I'm not one to judge someone for having mental illness because mental illness is a serious condition, but like his was like undiagnosed and he needs to get diagnosed, bro. Because it's very concerning. And we've had a lot of schizo people in the chat though. Like, who's the other guy? There's some other guy. Remember? I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about. Who was the other guy that was really schizo? I had that Spanish girl as well in my chat for a while. Hilo, you know who I'm talking about? The Spanish girl. Esterella, she was in my chat for a while. She was pretty schizo too. I would I refrain from partaking. Yeah, bro. I don't know. Yeah, Esterella was, but who, bro? There's someone in the chat recently, somewhat recently, that was schizo. I forget though. She came here didn't she send you Instagram message? Yeah, bro. She texted me on Instagram a couple times. She was in the chat a couple times too, saying like there's little, like she would not only say that in comment Joseph, but like also mine. She'd be like, why is there little people in my phone? I was like, what are you talking about little people in your phone? You think there's little people in your phone? And it's like, yeah, they're talking right now. And like obviously I'm saying this in proper English. She wouldn't be saying it in proper English, but she's saying like, yeah, there's people talking right now. They're like little people in my phone. I was like, what the hell? What? Now that's either schizo or like not understanding how tech works. I don't know. Whenever me and him would get in an argument, his only way to fix it was if I called him my older. What the hell, dude? What? No, dude. Why would? Did you ever do that? Did you ever call him your older, bro? What the fuck? How fun? How little people in phone? In their phone to olders? No, but like this was disturbing though. Like Hilo, do you get what I'm saying though? Like it was kind of disturbing how Estrella was like talking about it. Like she was genuinely like, she genuinely believed that there's like little people in her phone, and it was concerning, bro. I was actually kind of scared. I was like, oh man, it's kind of scary, bro. What the hell? Like she's convinced that there's like little people in her phone. Oh, Sweet, that's just so you know, you're still friends with a crafter on Discord apparently. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. I mean, he messaged me earlier. He texted me like last week saying like, why was I banned? And I just didn't even like to respond, bro. Like I'm not answering stupid questions, bro. Was it the guy that was saying he was coming after you? That made that. Oh yeah, that yeah. See what that I think that's who I was talking about. Yeah. I just didn't. It was like JM. That guy was schizo. Yeah. Thank you, Simo. I think it was that guy. Also, Simo, do you still talk to the crafter? Let me know. I'm not gonna judge you if you do still talk to him, but do you still talk to him, bro? Like, yeah, that guy that was like threatening to kill me, threatening to like murder me because what was it again? I said something about him that I didn't actually say. He was accusing me of saying something to him that I didn't actually say. And then he threatened to murder me. I was like, what the hell, dude? Like, I got his video taken down. Like, I remember I went to a restaurant with my family, right? And I remember coming back home on that same day, getting 2 emails from YouTube. One saying that that guy's video got taken down. And also, Bormo's channel got taken down too. But yeah, Bormo still keeps making alts and like keeps posting my email on shorts. Like, it's just so dumb, bro. Like, I'm gonna go to my YouTube studio right now, right? I'm gonna go to my mentions, okay? And Optitron posted my email as a YouTube short. It has 0 likes, 0 dislikes, 0 comments, and 61 views. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. And it's literally just titled Feedston's email. I was like, bro, like, why? Why post my personal email in there? Which, like, I do, okay. It's not actually my personal email. The only reason I say it's my personal email is because I want people to think it is, because that email, that John email, right? That you guys have probably seen on like High6 channel, that High6 still hasn't deleted from his YouTube channel account. High6 still has that email on his channel, on his Instagram. So High6 clearly doesn't give a shit. He's not sorry. He doesn't care. So that's why, like, if you ever see High6 in the chat, just ban him, because he just doesn't give a shit about like how that's like affecting me. But like, he still has, and then Bormo grabbed that email, or grabbed the screenshot. How does Bormo even get your email? Basically, High6 and Bormo got my email from a stream from almost 2 years ago now, where I play PS3 TU12, and I accidentally leak my email because it shows up with your email if you're trying to play it, right? And that email is not actually my personal email. That email is literally just a burner so I could make the Feedstuns account on PS3, right? That email is literally just so I could make that one account on PS3. And the only reason I made an extra account on PS3 was to, start Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 again on fresh accounts and, unlock every camo and gun and everything. And then that didn't actually work because older CODs are kind of messed up. But that's the only reason I have the John account was, it was because I made that account, John Sizzle, because of the fact that I wanted to make an extra PS3 account. John is not my name. Sizzle is not my last name. I just grabbed two random things that I thought of at that time, and I just made that email. My actual name isn't John or Sizzle, okay? But these, Heisik posted it because he thinks my real name is John. He thinks that's my actual personal account. I'm sorry, but if you think my actual real name is John, after watching my channel for, almost a year, you're an actual dumbass, bro. I've said my real name multiple times. I don't know if I mentioned, but you watch, dude. What about that dude who threatened to dox you or something? Yeah, well, that's who CMO was talking about. That guy, 30-year-old guy. That guy. That was literally that JM guy. That's not actually him. JM is a small 4-foot 12-year-old kid named Eli. I know his last name. I know both his parents. I know where to find his parents, on social media. Not because I looked for it, but I told someone about it and they told me everything I need to know. So whenever JM comes into his stream, I say, hey, what's up, Eli? And he instantly just leaves, bro. He's scared. He's he's probably wondering, how do I know his actual name? Now, I'm not that, just because he harassed me a couple times on stream, that doesn't mean I'm gonna go around posting his parents' accounts, his full name, where to find his parents. I'm never gonna do that. I'm not I would never dox somebody, no matter how bad they are, unless they're some kind of pedophile, right? Which in that case I might have to. But I would never just because you annoy me on stream, and I might know some information about you, doesn't mean I'm ever gonna dox you. I think doxing is the worst thing to ever exist on the internet, aside from CP probably. So it's I'm never gonna go and dox somebody because they dox me, right? Because then that turns into dox wars, which I've already dealt with before in my own Discord, and then I couldn't fix it because it was bad. What's going on, Evil Duck? Welcome to the stream, bro. How's it going, Evil Duck? You don't even look like a John, so I don't know what the dude's brain was on about. I know. Do I look like a John, guys? Never heard Feed's real last name. None of you guys know my actual last name. I've kept that hidden for a while, and I'm gonna probably keep it hidden, So yeah, none of you guys know my real last name. Please don't try to find it, please, okay? That's all I ask, okay? That's all I ask is that you guys don't try to find it. I do. What's my last name, buddy? McStupid face. No doxing, bro. What's with the doxing, man? But Eli joined my stream after I banned Bormal and asked, why did you ban Bormal? Or something along the lines of that. I think it's Eli because his user was JM Gamer. Yeah, Eli and Bormal could be the same person. I know Bormal and Heisik are the same, or they're not the same person, but Heisik and Bormal are friends. I'm not surprised because they're both annoying, lifeless, just boring pieces of shit, bro. That's all. Heisik and Bormal do the same thing. They're just annoying as shit, and they're constantly sucking on your nutsack, bro. They're they won't leave you alone, they're just sucking you, it's to the point where it's boring, you're soft. Pretty good song, I can't lie. The Gorillas do have some good songs, okay? That's a fact. First name. I mean, you know my first name. Everybody does. Everybody knows my first name. It's not even hiding your last name for yourself, mainly for your parents. Exactly, bro. Like what happened to I Show Speed, right? When he was first starting off, right? He mentioned his last name. People looked that up on Facebook. They found his mother. They found where she worked, and they got her fired from her job. What the hell, dude? Why would you, why? No matter how much you hate, a streamer, right? Especially Speed. What does Speed do wrong to you, bro? What was so wrong about 15-year-old Speed to the point where you had to find his mother's last name, find her on Facebook, find where she works, and then get her fired? Like, bro, Speed was only 15 when that happened, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but if a 15-year-old is annoying you that much, you need some serious help, bro. And that was probably done by, like, an adult, right? An adult probably did that. Like, what the hell, dude? Highsick, Bormal, and Eli. Touch tips confirmed. They do, man. They do sword fights. They fight with their swords. I don't know, but if you mentioned something once, that hypothetically speaking would allow me to find it. Message me on Discord, Elite. Let me know. I almost doxed myself multiple times with Google Home because I don't know if you guys remember, but like I used to play music off my Google Home, and one time it thought I was talking to it, and I asked like I was talking about like where do I live, right? I think somebody in the chat said where do you live, and then my Google Home went off, and it thought I was asking it where I live, and it said my address out loud, but I remember I just like immediately unplugged my mic, and then it was all good, but very scary. I do not. Yes, you do, bro. You do. Yeah, Elite. Message me on thing. Yo, what's going on? Feed is goat. Are you Bormal? I know Bormal is always watching though. That is like one thing I do always know is that Bormal. Whenever I stream, Bormal is watching. He's like he's in the casting couch. He's in the cook chair. Bormal is always in the cook chair just watching. Never engaging but just watching. He's got a rogue gallery of haters, but like why though? Like I never understand why I have like people that hate me. Like bro, just people out there that like just despise me. They wish like nothing but my downfall, right? I'll never understand why, because what did I do, bro? Generally, what was the worst thing I ever did on stream? The worst thing I ever did on stream was accidentally saying the N-word because I was trying to say Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then I said the wrong thing. Because I focused so hard on not saying the actual word that I said it by accident. And that was like what, 2-3 years ago now? Ah yes, at least you're a pro believer. I mean, it's still probably easy, like Instagram, Threads, pro believer. You probably could, but it is what it is, bro. Sullivan, you think that's my last name? Okay, Steezy Sullivan. I mean, that's a pretty tough name though. Steezy Sullivan. There's an accent, it's fine. Yeah, I know, but like that stream's still up though. That stream is still up because it was a mistake. But that's probably like the worst thing I've ever done in my streaming career was like saying that word. But like nobody was watching back then. Like I had like 5 viewers when I said that. Like boys, try and think. Really try and think. Out of all the times you were watching me, right? Genuinely, like I need some honest answers. What was like the worst thing I did on stream? Do you think? Like really, just try and think. Yeah, it's weird as frick, and I think you are the same person since I looked into it, and Eli commented on all Bormal shorts. Yeah, I mean, Eli is probably Bormal. I made you say the N-word once, and you took my mod away, but then I just asked for it back, and I got it back. I mean, yeah, I've probably, like, I think I've been tricked into saying the N-word multiple times. Like, it doesn't, like, matter if you're tricked into saying it, it doesn't count. You told me to frick off or someone else, I don't remember. Oh my god, whoa. Feed, you want to get booty, ass naked? No thank you, bro, no thank you. I remember you made Scarlett's boyfriend very upset with talking down. Oh my god. No, but like, imagine, like, right? Imagine that's like the worst thing I did in my career. I must be a pretty good streamer, right? By making, like, the worst thing I did was make somebody's boyfriend mad by, calling him on Talking Ben. Feed coughs, W feed. Being Irish. Oh my gosh, I'm such a devil. You were mean to Catman Joe. Oh gosh darn it, dude. No, not Joe. Bromo, if you were gonna go and comb through streams to find that, you're extremely far gone and you're only 12. Well, I believe it was Highsick that combed through all my streams to find my email. Highsick did that, bro. Highsick literally went through all my streams to try and find my email. And like, bro, like Highsick is around 14, 15 years old. Like he's too far gone, man. Like he's gonna end up just doing something stupid to get himself arrested, probably. All that for a burner email. I know, bro. I know that's the whole like sad thing, bro. It's a burner email. I don't use that email. Literally, I don't watch YouTube on it. I never like. Literally, the only thing I'm signed in on that email. Literally, the only thing you like, if you were to ever like hack into the email, right? Which you can't. But if you were to, right? The only thing you would probably get is my PS3 account. Like, okay, like literally the only thing I have. But yeah, I know your actual government issued first name. I think you do. I'm pretty sure you do, bro. I'm pretty sure everybody in the stream does. But like, that's actually something I only realized now. None of you guys know my last name. And that's not to say like, you know, guys, look for my last name. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, please don't try and find my last name. That's actually extremely weird. But, you know, none of you guys know it, which is pretty cool. I think it's not even that I think I know the one person I know their last name. The only person I know their like actual full name in the chat, or like the only viewer, is Calvin Joe. Literally, I know literally no one else is. Actually, no, I know Hilos actually, and I know Wasabi's, but it's literally only Calvin Joe, Wasabi, and Hilo. That's because I'm literally like I've been watching them or been friends with them for so long. That's literally the only person I know. Like, I don't even know Buzzing's first name, bro. That's the thing. I don't even know what Buzzing's real name is, bro. Like, I don't know how old Buzzing is, because I'm not that type of person to like, you know, go out and search for like this kind of information, because if like, bro, like I respect privacy, and that's why I don't want like the EU to look at my text messages, right? But clearly, if Buzzing has like not put his age in chat, or like, you know, his name, or like, you know, anything like this, and like it's obviously for a reason, right? Like if I haven't like if I haven't put my last name out there, like if you look at my Wikipedia and you can't find my last name, it probably means I haven't said it, right? Which means you shouldn't go and look for it, because it's not there for a reason. I've said my name like 3 times. He said it once, I forget though. Well then, yeah, if he said it and I forget, and that just shows that I don't really like care, right? I know Scottish Dog's real name is Tyler, but I don't know his last name, nor do I care. Like, why would I care? It doesn't make a difference in my thing. I don't know if his real name. Bro, literally all of you guys know my real name. Show me Steezy on a certificate. Well, it's not spelled like that. It's S-T-E-E-Z-Y. So yeah, S-T-E-E-Z-Y. I don't know. I don't think literally, I don't even know Elite Serial's real name. Literally, I have no idea. Do I care? Not really, because what am I going to do with that information? Nothing, because I wouldn't want to do anything. That is not an ID. Why would I show my ID, bro? I'm not trying to dox myself. Plus, I don't have ID. You look like a Sean feed. I ain't no Sean, bro. I ain't no Sean. Trust me. Sean. Simo, you said I know your real name, but I actually don't remember what it is, bro. I generally do not even remember. I'm so mysterious. But like, at least, how long have you been in the community, right? I'm just trying to prove my point that like I just don't care, right? I don't care enough to like try and find you guys' last name or like first names. I don't care, dude. Like, oh wait, no, I know MCB, because he literally has like he's had his alt come into the stream, and that has his full name. That's like a nickname, not a certificate. No, that's my actual name though. That's my first name. I searched up. What is this? What? Wait, what? Where did your message go? What you searched up? Frozen 14 and 3 for 3.5 years. I know, bro. What the heck, man? Like 3.5 years. I swear you said you were 14 like for the past 3 years. Omniville is onto something. You said I don't care like 20 times. I think you made your point. Well, I'm just saying. I once searched up on Google, what is famous YouTuber's phone number? What the hell, bro? Why? I'm gonna look up what is Jalvin HLX's phone number. I've been 15 for 4 days now. Ah, I see. Proof? Well, I don't have ID though. That's the thing. I don't have ID. I'm not 18 yet. Once I turn 18, I'll get my ID. I'll get my thing. Moss? Where do you see Moss? Where? Where? I think we all say our first name on the count of 3, okay? You don't have a passport? Nope. Not at all, bro. Not at all. Not anymore. It's expired. Vines of that dark oak thing. That's not moss. That's vines. Okay, boys. On the count of 3, we all say our first name, okay? 3. Wait, no. 3, 2, 1. Go. Steezy. Charlie. Larry. That's false. That's false information. You're gonna be arrested. John. Tyler. Chance. Wait, what? You're Chance? Wait, Chase? Wait, see that? See the way, like, that's like the thing, bro. Like, I never knew that, bro. I don't think I knew that your name was Chase. James. There we go. Like, there's something I never knew. JD Visitor's first name is James. Michael. I would have never guessed, bro. What's going on, Saeed? I think Saeed's real name is right. It's just that. John. Your name isn't John. Your name is Daniel Buzzing, okay? I'm getting all this information. You guys just got tricked into giving me personal information. I'm gonna put into a database and put your IPs, because I get your IPs on stream. I'm joking. Just for anybody that is like Estrella, you know, who thinks I might be serious. I'm only joking, guys. Also, boys, I'm gonna end the stream in 9 minutes. Okay, 9 minutes. It will be 3 hours. Okay. Oh shit, I'm Tyler Blevins, Fortnite content creator, Ninja. No! UP. Yeah, we all do. So, what? I'd be shocked if there was a child out there named Cupduck. Buddy, your real name isn't Cupduck, okay? It's like... It's probably like Ashley or something, bro. I don't know. It's like Ashley or like, you know, Kaylee or something like that. My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negro Avero Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I probably butchered all of that, but you know, I get the reference. None of those. It's probably like, oh man, it's probably like, so I'm actually really bad with like women names, like coming up with like women names. It's probably like Emily. Yeah, it's probably like Emily or something like that. Or like, hold on. It's probably like Olivia or Emma or Amelia or Charlotte or Mia or Isabella or Evelyn or Ava or Sophia or Luna or Elena. It's probably one of those, huh? Hey, Zemo, what's with the IP, bro? I'll have to go in after the stream. That's why your streams make me productive and happy. Thank you, bro. Literally none of those are close. What the hell, dude? That's my dead name. What do you mean your dead name, bro? Cubduck, is your name Anika? It could be, bro. It could be. It's fake. Oh, gosh, dude. You really scared me right there with my IP. Oh wait, I'm lying because I got protected by NordVPN, the sponsor of today's stream. Bro, my balls are like, oh man, they're uncomfortable. Name is generic like Sarah. Oh man, your name is probably Kaylee. Ugh. She's so fine, dude. Can I get a true? Guys, can I get a true, guys? Can I get a true, guys? Can I get a true, guys? I'm trying to build a house feeds without people griefing my house. Okay, you're not in my thing though. You're not in my thing. Hard false. You know, you guys don't even know what Kaylee looks like, okay? So, you know, guys, once again, Kaylee's kind of fine. Can I get a true, guys? She's kind of fine. Can I get a true, guys? Can I get a true? Where's the trues, guys? Where's the true? Where's my trues, guys? Where's my true? True, yes, very. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. It's Alice. It has to be. Alice was an android after all. I did choose out a name to rename myself legally from a book. I'm able to. Wait, did you actually legally rename yourself? What the hell? What the heck? I didn't think you could as a minor. Man, Scoot's name or like Elite's name is probably like Bjorn. Like I know it's either Scoot or Elite Zero, whose name is like Bjorn or something like that. Then we have a mod called Luna. Yeah, bro. Luna was a transgender woman in the streams. And then I don't know if she's still alive because of the fact that the last stream she was in, she was talking about like how her father was like extremely bad person, and then she never joined the stream after that. I just haven't seen her online on Minecraft or my chat ever again. So hopefully she's okay. But I know her father, I'm pretty sure her father did not like the fact that she was transgender. So I'm just hoping nothing but the best for her, but you know, ugh, oh my god, dude, rough situation, dude, terrible situation. Not to bring down the mood, but like that was also back in 2023 before I even had a face cam. So you butchered Bjorn so wrongly, it hurts. I don't care, dude, that's your name. Go fry the chicken, CMO. Oh my god. I gotta piss so bad. Yeah, go fry the chicken, whatever that means. What does that mean, bro? What does that mean? I saw an Indian lemon drink that was made the way you think. Would you drink for €5? Personally, I would pay for it. What do you mean made the way you think? Like what, stomped with their feet? Luna is definitely alive. She left the Discord like a few months after her last stream. Ready? When you piss, it sounds like chicken frying. Can anybody agree? Can anybody get a, can we get a true, guys? Can we get a true question mark? Can we get a true question mark? I'm gonna say false to that. True. Okay, so MC, you can agree to the fact that when you pee, it sounds like chicken frying. And you severely hate yourself. Wait, who does? I think once you said before that having many O's were important in your name. I'm guessing you're talking about Scoot. Cause I love myself. I love myself more than I love anybody else in pretty much the world. And that's actually me being serious. Like I genuinely do love myself more than anyone else. Depends on which area you pee in. Look, bro, I'm sorry, but if you're one of those peers, especially as a man, right? I don't know how you'd be one if you're a woman, but if you're one of those peers as a man who pees right into the water and causes loads of noise, like I hate you, bro. Like what the hell? What are you doing? Like I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear. Like it sounds like bombs going off. It sounds like an M50 just. You know, I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm trying to go to sleep. I only do that when alone. Well, yeah, that's understandable. But when you're doing it when like there's people in the house, oh my gosh. Like it just sounds like bombs going off. That's how you assert male dominance. A hard piss right into the center. Yeah, okay, but like I'm not trying to do that when like my mother's in the next room trying to go to sleep. You know? But yeah, bro is so selfish. How am I selfish for loving myself? What the hell? Okay, here's a question, boys. Here's a question. Is it selfish to love yourself more than anybody else in the world? Because personally, I literally, like, more than anybody else in the world, I love myself. I'm trying to join the SMP. I mean, I'm going to end the stream in 2 minutes, though. So, yeah. I don't know if it's worth it. Depends. In which language? Huh? Teachers' bathrooms. You know what, bro? Do you not remember what happened when I was raiding people's, like, bedrooms? That Jack guy just ruined it all, bro. He ruined everybody's fun because he's a piece of shit. I still hate that guy, bro. I still hate that guy so much. Why would you do that? You know, we're all having fun, and then you just like go and decide to ruin it. Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, bro. Like that was actually a jump scare, and I remember like thinking after that, like actually understanding, like damn, like because here's the thing, right? Before that happened, like 2 years before that happened, right? I have a friend. I'm not gonna say her name, of course, but I have a friend. And she was 15. Basically, she was on Instagram one time, right? And this was when she was 15. And some Indian man sent her a picture of his pee-pee. And she was like, I remember like her like crying. She's on like a call with all of us, and she's like crying. She's like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do? And I remember like just being like, what? Like just block the guy. Why are you crying? Like, and she's like, she's saying like she was traumatized or whatever. I was like, bro, like what? It's literally a body part. What are you talking about? Like I didn't say that to her, but I was thinking in my head like, what? How can you be traumatized by like, just like a penis, right? Like obviously she was 15. This guy was like 60 something years old in India. Like yes, it's creepy, but like you can block him. But then I remember instantly understanding why she was traumatized. Like bro, after seeing like the whole situation with Jack, like after raiding people's rooms, like with the whole thing with like Jack, I was like, oh okay. Like I instantly remembered the fact that like I instantly remembered that memory of like her crying on the phone and like saying she's traumatized. I was like, oh my god, wait, I realize now why. Like bro, that image was terrible, dude. So yeah, that was like very traumatizing. Well, not traumatizing, but it was actually just like it was absolutely just disgusting, bro. 60, yeah, bro. The guy was 60. He was Indian, and he was messaging her. I don't know why she messaged him back, but he was messaging her, and then he just sent like her a picture of his PP, knowing that she was 15, and like yeah, like I remember like just, I don't know, I was very naive, because I was also 15, but I was like very naive. I was thinking like, how can you be traumatized by that? Like bro, like what the hell? How are you gonna say you're traumatized by like what, a penis? But then, you know, unsolicited pictures, yeah, that's pretty traumatizing actually. Why do people even do that, man? I don't know. Like, why do like men? If you're in the stream and you're a man, women don't want that, bro. Even if you're like with a girl, bro, no girl wants to see that, bro. Like that's literally the perfect way to either get like a restraining order or get blocked. Okay, no girl ever wants to see that, bro. Never. No matter what girl you try and think of that would want to see what. Like a picture of your penis, bro, unsolicited. No girl wants to see that, bro. That's an instant way to get blocked. No girl wants that, bro. I don't know why so many guys think it's such a good idea to. So did Jack just, when people wanted to see their bedrooms, basically, instead of like people going to my DMs or whatever, I did a thing where they posted on their community post, right? Their YouTube community post, and this guy posted a picture of his PP on his community post, and YouTube just allowed it. And that was allowed on there for like 10 minutes, bro, before his whole account got deleted. I was like, what the hell, man? Like, out of nowhere, yeah. Well, yeah, and then, you know, but most women actually prefer solicited, you know, obviously if they ask you to. Most women actually want to see nutting videos, okay? You know, just busting one out. No girl wants to just see a random picture of your you know, chubbed up pee-pee. Or duck pictures. So you want a picture of a duck. I don't have any ducks. Yeah, I'll show you. I actually don't have. Yeah, I don't have a picture of any ducks on my phone. I've actually never taken a nude before. A nutting video? No, like a nutting video, like you busting one out. But I've actually never taken one of those pictures before ever. I've always been like too scared. So, you know, if anybody ever like trends to like, you know, I'm gonna release your nudes feed, it's gonna be like, okay, well try to. I've never actually taken a picture of my PP before, so go ahead, you know, because I know they're not real. Here's the first. No. Excuse me. Well, yeah, I've never taken a picture. I've never taken a nude picture before, ever. Always been too scared. I don't know if you guys can relate, but I've always been too scared too. I was reacting to what Omni said. Most wild ducks are made via tape. and are just with an or just saying what? I don't really care about your photo habits. I thought you were talking to me though. Okay, that's why I answered. Okay. Scottish Dog, I know you've taken pictures, bro. What the hell, man? Delete those, bro. Nobody wants to see those. Trust me, dude. No one wants to see them. Same with every man in here and woman. Okay, delete those pictures, bro. Nobody wants to see those. The flip. I don't know what Scottish Dog is over here smiling about. Camera shy. Hilo, I'm a minor, sir. Okay. The hell? The heck, dude? Sir, I'm a minor. It's true. I've seen it multiple times. You've seen ducks taped up. Is this like a? Is this an evil zoo you're going to? Where like they just tape up ducks or what? No, I meant, are you camera shy? Well, you said here's your first one as well. So what the heck? What could you be even alluding to there? It's nature. I don't know if it's nature to be taking pictures of your pee-pee or your woman parts, but you know, whatever. Free speech or whatever. Something's free speech. Guess I know about my parents' origins now. Yep. Taped up ducks. Now I live in a small bit of water and make ducks are really aggressive. Just saying. I don't even know what any of what you're saying makes sense. Imagine you're blind though and you gotta describe to your partner what it looked like. Would you not just say like it's big and throbbing and veiny? Would you not just say that? I'm probably hairy. Like if you're blind, unless you get it waxed by a professional, it probably would be pretty hairy. So that sucks. Although I have friends, you know, a guy and a girl, right? I have friends who shave together, so maybe your partner would be willing to shave for you. You have to shave it? Yeah, bro. I'm guessing yours looks like an absolute jungle or something. I don't know. But like, apparently, couples, at least to my friends, they shave together. So I don't know. That's what I heard. I'm back. How goes the stream? It's okay, bro. It's okay. Shave together. That's what I heard. That's what he told me. They're like, oh yeah. He was like, yeah, we're shaving together earlier. And I was like, oh, like I didn't question it because I'm not trying to get into that kind of business, but like, you guys shave together? Okay, I guess. I don't know. That's something new I learned. Do you guys, anybody in here being in a relationship where you shave together? I don't know. I've never actually heard that happening, but I feel like it's one of those things that like you don't really talk about because of the fact that like, you know, why would you? In what situation would you ever need to talk about that? Like, this guy didn't need to tell me that, right? But he still did. Freaked out. I ain't taming that jungle. You whacking bushes with a machete. What? So you don't shave down there, bro? I shave down there at least once a month, bro. The hell? Never been in a relationship, so no. Oh my god, dude, that's just sad. I mean, no, it's not sad because you're pretty young, so it's okay. Like, I shouldn't have been in a relationship when I was like 15. Or maybe, I mean, it didn't end off bad though, so it's okay. I guess it was just a bit of experience, okay, for the future. But I mean, it was 2 years ago. I don't really remember much of it. Almost 3 years ago. I meant shaving with someone else. Of course, I keep mine tamed. No, like they don't shave. I don't think he meant it in like they shave each other, but they shave together at the same time. I don't know, dude. I don't know. He just told me that. I didn't question it. I don't know. It felt weird. I don't know, dude. I don't know. He just told me out of nowhere. I just didn't know how to react. I think I'm traumatized, dude. I think it's PTSD. I shave with my family. At least here, like, there's no words, man. There's just no words for me to describe how strange what you just said was. I just don't want to get with someone when I first get feelings. I want to know if it's just a small crush or some actual love for them. Well, you know, crushes are usually just like the fact that like you don't actually love them. You love the fact that you love the idea of being with them. Because most crushes you don't even know what they're like, right? Crushes are a very sensitive topic when it comes to like, you know, you don't know them too well. Kaylee. And like you don't know what they're like. They could have completely different like perspectives and views to you and like interests in you, and like you know they say opposites attract, but like I don't know. I feel like it's a lot healthier if you guys actually like the same thing. But like when I had a crush on Bea, for example, right? Like I knew her kind of well, but like it was like more the fact that like it was the first person who actually I felt like understood me, like actually I could actually talk to about anything. It was a very new thing to me for someone to actually care about my interests and what I was interested in, and that's like I think that's why I liked her so much to the point where I asked her out, right? Was because it was a new feeling to me where like somebody actually cared. It was a new feeling where like it was rare for like someone to actually be there. So I don't know. It was weird. But then you know, obviously, being rejected in January, it was like horrible in the moment. But like, bro, it helped me actually so much with like my confidence and like making myself want to look better. You know what I'm saying? Yo, thank you, dude.
Possum Pockets donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Me too, bro, me too.
I get you, bro. I get you. Thank you, Hilo. I appreciate it a lot, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Absolute legend, boys. Can we get some W's in the chat for Hilo right now? Thank you so much for the $10, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Sweet. Thank you, man. But you know, I can see how you can relate to that, right? But with the rejection, I feel like it made me a better person, as in like I could understand people better. I felt like I wanted to improve myself a lot more, and I actually went into school that week, or I guess not that week, but like a few weeks later, I went into school like just realizing, why do I give a fuck about what people think about me when walking through the hallways? Because I remember for so long in school, I'll be walking through the hallways and just like always think about like, oh man, they're probably thinking like I look stupid, they're probably laughing at me, you know, they probably think I look hideous. But like after the rejection, I was like, man, why do I care? So I was like, ever since then I've been like confident in like myself. So I don't think I would have gotten that if she actually didn't reject me, right? And again, it sounds like coping, but I swear to God, it's not me coping, right? Oh, Sophie, can you a shave tutorial? Can I do a shave? What do you mean a shave tutorial? You literally just get like a electric shaver, right? You shave like your beard or whatever, unless your beard looks good. And then like with your mustache, if you have a thick mustache, shave any bits of your mustache that go down below your top lip. Because bro, imagine you're trying to kiss a girl, your mustache hairs get in the middle. Ugh, no girl wants to do that, bro. It's like, oh my gosh, dude. You know, no girl ever wants to deal with the fact that like you're kissing them and then they can feel your mustache. It's like, ugh. So you gotta always shave above the top lip, okay? Even if you don't have one like me. I don't really have a top lip. See that? Not really one to look at. No, I went down there. Well, I can't do that, bro, because it's YouTube. YouTube would not allow me to do that. But yeah, thank you, Hilo. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. But crushes, again, crushes are a very sensitive topic. You might not think they are, but crushes are kind of a sensitive topic because people, again, they kind of goes back to the point where like people don't want to say how they feel. Like I wouldn't want to admit the fact that like, can I get it true? You know, that type of thing, right? But a little bit of me does kind of want that world to work out, but you know, it probably most likely never will, because of multiple different situations, right? Multiple different situations, but that's the thing that you gotta deal with, bro, in life. You know, if a girl doesn't want you and like, you know, you pictured your future with this girl and she said no, and like this was like, you know, the best looking girl you ever seen, or like, you know, she had the best personality ever. Trust me, bro, once she rejects you, it's gonna feel horrible, and you're gonna be like, man, just like, I'm never gonna find anyone like that. Everybody thinks like, oh, I'm never gonna find anybody like that, bro. But like, yes, you will never find anybody like her. You're gonna probably find someone that's better for you. like think of that person as like the bottom of the barrel, right? You can find someone at the top who's way better, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if she's the top, you're in love, okay? If she's the top, you're in love. And then I'm kind of shy overall, so I don't really tell them anything about my feelings. So. But even if she's in my head, she brings a smile to my day. I usually don't smile that much, but yeah, at least she does that. Well, yeah, I feel like, you know, if you have a crush on somebody, then they probably would make you smile thinking about them, right? I feel like that's a pretty common thing to, you know, have when you have a crush on someone. Or like, you know, when you see them in real life, you know, whether it's in like school or at work, or like, you know, if you play games with them, you know, your heart probably like, you know, skips a beat because you're probably like nervous because you don't want to like make yourself look bad to this person. You want to make sure it looks like you have no flaws, you know. The second you sound like you say something stupid, bro, you feel like it's all over. But then she probably doesn't even, you know, notice. Or any mistakes that you do make in like your speech, or like, you know, in a game you're playing with her, she probably likes that more than if you were like a actual sweaty pro, right? Same way, like, you know, in school, you probably feel like you're stupid if, you know, you're failing your exams, and she can see that, right? But in all reality, she probably finds you funny, bro. You know, at the very least, bro, like, if you want to like make your crush like you back, bro, you gotta have some personality. If you're constantly like around your crush and you're trying to like act professional or like act like someone you're not, bro, you have two options, okay? There's two outcomes to, you know, acting like someone you're not in front of your crush, okay? There's two outcomes. One of them is not too bad, and it's the fact that, like, you know, she just doesn't like the person that you're acting like, right? She's not interested in the person you're acting like, or she likes the person that you're acting like, who you aren't actually are, right? She starts to like the person that you're acting like, and then when you actually get into a relationship, you drop the act, right? You're gonna eventually drop the act, and she's not gonna like you for who you actually are. So don't act like someone you aren't, because at the end of the day, especially when it's a crush, bro, you're gonna drop that act eventually, and then she's gonna find out who you actually are, and there's gonna be a chance that she might not like the person that you actually are, and she fell in love with the person that you actually were acting like. Whether it's like some nonchalant kind of guy, or like, you know, some, you know, professional, interesting man, you know, like, bro, like that's why like there's a saying, be yourself, because if you're not being yourself, people are gonna find out and they're not gonna like the person that you actually are. Damn, we all sharing the same mentality. I think so, bro. I think so. I'm so lucky I don't have to deal with a post-breakup embarrassment, because she's in London. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, you know, it wasn't even a breakup. It was like just rejection. But like, bro, she was in the same class as me. She's in like multiple of my class. You know, it was embarrassing to go into the same class. After, you know, she rejected me, but like it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And at the end of the day, bro, we're both like still friends. Like, again, I stopped being friends with her for a while, just, you know, because I feel like it would be unhealthy for me to still be friends with her. But now we're like back friends, and it's like, you know, it's like nothing ever happened, you know. I haven't been paying attention. Well, maybe if you were, then you would have the same mentality. Anyway, boys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Hopefully I gave some good advice. I don't know if I actually helped any of you guys, but if I did, mission, that was my mission. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And you know, I just want to say, you know, have a great night, boys. If I did help you in some kind of way, whether it was the political kind of talk we had, or like the Charlie Kirk kind of talk we had, or like literally just talk we just had right now, when it comes to crushes, hopefully it helped at least one of you guys. And good night, boys. Have a great night. I'm gonna go, and she'll be live tomorrow unless I die in a horrific accident or something. I don't know. Or my PC could just like not work ever again, or my PS5 could not work again. I don't know. Anything can happen, bro. Anything can happen. Or I just like have overnight I just have this like crazy awakening where I want to end it all. So I don't know. Good night, guys. I like political streams. I haven't spoken this much in a stream for a long time. I want to do more political talk though. I feel like there's a lot more to talk about when it comes to political stuff. Who knows? I do want to do more of that though, because I feel like the whole chat engaged, because politics and religion are something that everybody can have an opinion on, right? Not everybody has an opinion on, like, I don't know, how your day is going. I enjoyed the piss convo. It was pretty good, bro. Pretty good. I do like piss. It's pretty cool. And, you know, don't piss in the middle of the toilet. Goodbye.